I think Stu actually wants to know.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
want to know. Where's it gone?
I don't know about you, right? But I look pretty cool today.
I'm liking the T-shirt, by the way.
Oh, the Super Mario,
Super Daddy.
Super Daddy-O. Ooh, I see what that did there. That's a good shirt. I'm also wearing an important shirt. This is Mr. Hero sent me this.
Yeah.
With the
I can tell
decal, the Veteran Gamers.
I can tell that's Mr. Hero.
Not official merch. This is bootleg. I bought this in an alleyway from a guy for $3.
I can tell that's Mr. Heroes because that's knockoff, not the right font. You know.
By the way,
It's because
I've
it looks
actually-
better than the actual font.
I've got gaming related too. I've got a
Is that Banksy? It's the Banksy kid throwing the Mario flower.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
There you go. We're all gaming related
Swish!
tonight. Who knew?
3 gaming shirts
I got
for $3 this week.
I got this T-shirt today.
Can't hear that on the podcast, except we just described it. It's a dope shirt. You answered that question. Where'd the cool chinny go? He's right here, motherfucker, wearing this dope shirt.
Yeah, I've got a picture to prove that I'm still cool.
Oh, go on then. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's
Nothing. Well, let's end this debate.
Is he shaking hands with Joe Johnson? Because that was pretty cool.
Hold on. Let me just.
That's Instagram cool. He's talking about real cool. That goes beyond just internet
I've
points.
sent it on
This
the,
is actual people.
We're ready.
sent
We're
it
ready.
what?
I've sent it on the WhatsApp just so
Oh,
I can.
send it in the group chat.
Oh,
Oh, you're
I
not putting
haven't-
it up in the whole thing?
I haven't
Okay.
got that. My
No, it's
phone's
just
in the
that's.
other room.
I've
Actually,
only,
though.
I've only done that so I can download it on my computer because I've got WhatsApp on my computer. you
Yeah,
see.
to be fair
I
though,
hear you.
I need my phone because my notes for Uncharted are on it. I'll just go and get it.
Go get that.
Please stand by while we get our tech in order. I want to put WhatsApp on my phone. I have to keep, when I want to send myself a picture, I have to send it from one Twitter account to another and then log into Twitter for the first time since the last time I had to share a picture and then copy it and put it in an email or whatever. Isn't it? And I recently, speaking of awesome pictures, alhamdulillah. You know what? I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm
You know
going
what?
to send this picture to y'all.
Yeah, I've had to silence
email.
my phone, can I say, because Millie's on holiday in Greece and they're watching the England match, and every time England score or do something, she's sending WhatsApp, so it'd be just beeping constantly.
On the stream now is a picture of me pushing the baby today, looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool.
Well, let's have a look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah, looking cool there. Looks beautiful, the weather, by the way. It's been shit here. I don't know where you were.
Just round the corner. That's taken literally around the corner from me.
Bloody awful here. Raining. Raining.
Right.
More rain.
Did anybody
Right.
see
All
my
right.
text
So speaking
message
of pictures,
about?
I did, but I've not watched anything, but I can talk about it. I don't know. You
Okay.
just stick
I'll,
stuff up
I'll
and
talk about it. Right. So maybe
yes.
if
But,
unless,
before we move off of pictures, hang on a second though. Go ahead.
unless
what?
anybody's got really anything fascinating to say about story time, maybe we should just
Yeah, let's
skip
crack
over it.
on.
just
That's
nudge
fine.
in.
That's
Go on,
fine.
Duke.
Before we do that, however, I just sent you an email, Stu and Chinny. I meant to send it just to Chinny, but you can look at it, Stu, as well. It's got a great photo of a friend of mine that I just found again after many, many years. So if you wouldn't mind showing that on the stream while I maybe play the theme song, we ready to start?
Sure.
Sure. What email have you sent tonight?
I think I've just got it.
It's
yeah.
called. It's
Oh,
just
I've
G.
got it.
The motherfucking
I've got
show, bitch.
So we can hear their reaction when they see it.
Welcome
that's
y'all
bad
to
for
the
me.
veteran gamers. Stu, Juke, Chinny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors. It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
Really?
Yeah, boy.
No one gives a shit.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
This is the thing you point at whenever you want to die.
Hello and welcome to episode 754 of the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Yeah, 754. What's up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
And you just heard like 10 minutes of pre-show banter there. We went off on tangents after tangents,
Yeah, we
which
did.
means we are not going to skip over, or we're not going to bother with story time this week. Although I can tell you, it gets humid upstairs. When you go downstairs, it's like moving to another state. The level of humidity just drops. It's because I'm literally in a cave. So yeah, I could go on, but I'm not going to. Out of
But that's
respect for the
good. I'm
listeners.
assuming you're like, you know, as hot and clammy as you might be.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I feel bad for the Duchess because she's up there and I'm down here in the summer. She's like, ugh, and she's outside working. I'm like, come downstairs and hang out.
Eric, I have the
It'll be a
opposite
lot
problem.
cooler.
I'm on top of the house, so it's like I get
Oh,
up here.
you have the
and
sweaty
it's
sweat
like-
lodge.
It's like it's a different climate in this room in the summer.
yeah.
I need to
sure.
get an air
Well,
conditioning unit.
tell
for this
Tara
room.
I know how she feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to the top
Uh,
of Chinny's house, and it's about 7 flights of stairs. I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
there.
that's the exercise for the day. I also, real quick, I wanted to share a photo I found of a friend of mine who passed away in November, and I sent it to Chinny, and hopefully he could just throw that on screen for a second.
It's
I
on.
think it's a funny shot. It's, yeah. So my friend Garrett passed away in November of 2023, but he was an awesome guy and he had a great sense of humor. So he was doing a traveling sales job at one point, and they saw a sign by the side of the road that said, "Warning, hitchhiker may be escaped inmate." So he went and had his picture taken next to that sign, hitchhiking. And it is the perfect encapsulation of who Garrett was. And yeah, so I've been thinking about him a lot. I'm going to actually, his wife's coming up to Wisconsin to see us starting tomorrow. So that'll be exciting.
Do you know what I love
Shout out
about this
to
picture? Do
Shay.
you know what I
What's
love
that?
about
His short haircut? Because it's very short.
No, is that presumably whatever prison that is, it expects people to escape. Do you know? Do you know?
Well, they just
do you
want
know
you to
what I
be.
mean?
It's not. It's just like you don't expect to get into a car crash just because you put it on your seatbelt. It's just good safety advice.
Yeah, just
for
on the
a
off
place
chance.
that has a lot
Yeah,
of
we've
people
got-
escaping from
We've got
jails.
very lax security in our jails. And
Yeah, exactly.
it may be if someone's hitchhiking, they may have escaped from
Just-
our prison.
Just
to
so
let
you know.
Yeah.
Just there's a prison near here that just happens to have some
Yeah.
whoopsies from
They're a
time to
bit
time.
crap. They're
Yes.
a bit crap at
Yeah.
keeping people in.
Yes. Agreed.
So,
all right, we have to move on.
This
got-
conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
I wanted to talk about Summer Game Fest because
Yes.
we have a
Yes.
bit of a shit record on this show for talking
do.
about new and current stuff. So I've
Well,
been,
I sometimes try to talk about news and I'm immediately told to shut my mouth
Well, it's
because
time.
we've already spent 45 minutes
yeah, we
talking
have.
about a game from Uncharted series 10 years ago.
Shut up.
And that means we can't talk about the stuff that's about to come out. Hey, I'm on board. Yes, let's talk about
Is
some
this all the
games.
Xbox stuff? Because I did look at quite a bit of the
No,
Xbox.
no,
This is nothing to. Oh my god, this is nothing. I
there's
did look at all that, and then we never talked about it. You know, I've got myself.
it's
I
not
don't
just
know.
the Xbox stuff. There's
Okay,
other
so we're
going
going
to
to talk about it now. Yes. So for
So-
those who don't know, Summer Game Fest is
It's like it's basically an E3 replacement.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So
And it takes place in
LA, I think, is the main place.
LA.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Go
Yeah.
on.
So I'm going to be like
So we had a lot of
I'm
releases.
watching it live now because I have no idea what's coming.
So-
Like,
Okay, good. So we're going to educate you
Yeah.
and the listeners.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
exactly. I like
Chinny.
that.
I'm gonna skip through a lot of it, but because
Well, let me ask this question. Chinny. No, sorry. Go ahead. You go.
basically there's a lot there's a lot of games been announced. There has
yes.
been tons. So let me read through.
Yeah,
I'm
what's
just-
of note? What's
right,
of note? though?
like
No, sorry. I hate to interrupt. Just what was your favorite? What are you most excited about on the end of this?
I think
I'd love to start with that.
I think Perfect Dark is probably one of my favorite.
Okay,
Right. So Perfect Dark, for people that
that's a
don't,
remake.
it's a reboot of a reboot. So
Sorry, you were saying for those
Yeah.
who don't know.
Now, actually, I did watch the demo for this, so this
Chinny
is
didn't
something I
even-
have seen. This is
Okay,
something
good.
I have seen. I just thought it looked a bit like Splinter Cell. I was a bit like, I don't know whether I want to be.
Okay.
sneaking
What's wrong with that?
around.
Splinter Cell's awesome.
okay, I'm going to stop you there. You're fucking absolutely wrong.
No, that's what it looked like to me.
Right.
I got the Duchess saying it somewhere.
That's
Hey, here we go. I got it. Yeah.
Stu, you are wrong.
that's like an old man saying, I don't know, it looks like Pong. You know what I mean? It's just so
Yes,
wrong.
it did. It did
Fast
look a
and
bit like
Furious
Pong.
looks a lot
Yeah.
like Bullet,
Right.
that movie
So-
from the '60s that had driving.
So if you so basically Perfect Dark, they announced it about 4 or 5 years ago. It's been in the dark, and
Yes.
they
see what you did.
really needed to announce something. They needed to do something. So they announced
Yes.
it. They said Perfect Dark, it's here. Now looking at it,
Yes.
there's been 2 games that it's been compared to. One is Deus Ex.
Yes.
there's
Yeah, but
more-
you sneak around like Splinter Cell.
High tech,
Sorry,
high tech
sorry,
sneaking.
you sneak around in Deus Ex. And Deus
You
Ex is
totally
and
sneak
it's
around.
and also Mirror's Edge because there's a lot of parkour in this game now.
Parkour,
So
Okay.
parkour.
So Deus Ex, which is a stealth sneaking first-person game, not like Splinter Cell, which is a
Yes.
third-person sneaking game.
I guess.
Right.
There is that.
Fight. He was also
Yeah,
talking about your mom.
perspective is the difference. Can we just
Perspective
This
is
is
a
an important
difference.
debate.
It is a difference. Though.
They introduce a third way of thinking about it.
And also, Stu,
The
there's a-
best sneaking game ever
yeah.
is Skyrim.
Also,
Yeah,
Stu, there's a little bit of cyberpunk in there. I think there's a little bit of cyberpunk.
Oh, now you're talking Stu's language.
You
Hold
know,
up. Now what
futuristic
you say.
first-person
What you
gadgets, that kind of
That's
stuff.
true. It is futuristic first person.
So,
Do you inject your body with things to make it
Yeah.
stronger?
Do you
Nanobots.
You
do
put
you-
microchips in your nuts.
do you adjust your penis size? I think Perfect Dark is probably the one game that I didn't know about, which is now something that I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to. Another easy win, which is something that they needed to do, was, and I know it's easy, but they've got me excited about a Gears of War game again.
No, you see, I
really?
looked at this as well, and I was just
Wow.
like, for fuck's sake. fuck
No,
off,
no,
Gears
because
of War."
the one story in Gears of War that I'm more interested in is E-Day, is the day that the whole invasion started. So this is Gears of War E-Day. So Marcus
Okay.
is a
So
young
this is a
Marcus.
prequel.
This is a prequel. A young Marcus. Dom is back. He's no longer dead.
Yeah,
Spoilers
I
for Gears 3.
know, obviously.
So because I don't really care about, I couldn't name you a character in Gears 5. Right? Like, I just
Right,
couldn't
the characters
do it.
don't matter.
But I do care about these characters. So you know what? I'm excited for
Okay.
E-Day. I'm excited, Stu.
I
That's
don't
good.
know.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
looked
I'm
at
glad to
it
hear
and
it.
I was just like,
I looked at it and I thought, you know
need-
what? I don't think this has much looking at a hall and reading a bunch of text, so it's not going to be a
No.
very good
Stu,
game.
you have been accused lately of sounding very old.
no,
'Cause you go,
it's
"Ah,
not that I feel
no,
old. No, it's not that. It's just like
Okay, what is it?
I find it difficult to get excited about Gears of War anymore because
I agree.
they've just done so many crappy sequels and
I
fucking
agree. I
just
agree.
boring now.
I know what
And
you
I
mean.
don't
Well, the
know-
sign in my room says I'm not cynical. I've been taking notes. So
I
if, you
don't-
feel like
yeah.
they've not proven in a while. But I
I've
don't
got a
know
lot-
if
look.
anything's going to redo it. Couldn't this redo it?
This is the best shot,
I'm-
I think.
I'm open
Yeah.
to be convinced. I'm
Yeah.
open to be convinced.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, Stu. They haven't since Gears 3. They haven't had a great track record, right? And
No.
I understand that. But if they was to pick a perfect scenario of like, you know what, that's probably the only story in Gears that I'm interested in.
That anybody
it's that
really
one
cares
because
about.
they haven't told it. They haven't told this story, so I'm interested in that. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm not
Happy
look,
for
Well,
that.
I
I'm
do
not-
care. I do care about the Gears of War story that Tom Bissell wrote. I care very much. I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna play it soon.
Yeah, played eventually.
and I'm gonna have a chat with him about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
'cause
I'm
he
not-
wrote
It ain't great.
I'm
He's
not
my big-
writing it off. I'm not writing it off. I'm just not
That's
fully
fine.
convinced.
That's fine.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely fine. So there's Doom Dark Ages. Doom Dark Ages is another
I've
game.
never been a huge
I am
Doom
listing
head.
games that I'm excited, Duke. That's what you told
Yeah,
me to
That's
do.
cool.
Doom
That's
Dark
fine, that's
Ages,
fine.
Right.
again, it's fine, but it's more Doom, isn't it?
Well,
And
yeah,
what-
but-
it's got to be good.
but
you know,
now
you gotta
he's
So
show
got-
us
okay,
the
hang on a second. Wait.
face.
What are you excited about, Chinny?
Yeah,
Why
what's
do you-
different?
Why are you
What's
looking forward to
different?
this?
He's got a shield.
Oh my
Oh
God!
my
A shield?
God.
Are you
Shield.
serious?
He can deflect
Oh
bullets.
my God! I'm not looking. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, it took me a long time.
Now, can I ask,
It loses some of the power when it
is
takes
this
so
an
long.
electronic shield or is it a proper in-your-hand shield?
Well, look, this is Dark Ages, so it's like a medieval.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
a
proper
prequel. It's a
in-your-hand.
prequel.
Oh, another prequel.
Another prequel.
Yeah. So it's like his
All we're gonna have now.
is like his origin story, and one of the guns is that they pull a skull in this gun, and it crunches it up into bullets live in front of you, so you can see the skull getting crunched up.
I see that now.
That's
I
pretty
see
cool.
that now.
I'll
That's
agree.
different.
I
That's
mean,
pretty cool.
It's not a game that you
They're
take.
going more and more over the top.
It's,
Right.
You're not taking it too serious, right? It's a Doom game.
Hopefully not.
But one thing that I love about these games is they make you feel brilliant. They're fun to play. They're fast, and I enjoy them.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy
Yeah, sure.
Eternal as much as the first one, but you know,
Mm.
it's a decent game that I
I'm
Go for it.
liking. Can I just say I'm liking the chainsaw shield? You know, that's
Yeah.
got these blades on the edge. A little bit like the gun in Gears of War,
See,
isn't it?
you were poo-pooing the shield.
Oh, yeah. I
Now
guess.
you're in for the
I
shield.
can see it's got dual
Yeah,
uses.
it
Dual
depends.
use.
The question should be what kind of shield. I guess Stu did kind of ask that, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
didn't realize all the different things that the shield brought.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
a
game.
multi. It's like the Swiss
'Cause, I
Army
mean-
knife of shields.
If someone had said there's a robot in Borderlands that's really awesome, I'd be like, okay, a robot, so what? And then like we met Claptrap, and it was like, holy shit, we had no idea. It's possible this shield is the next Claptrap.
One for
Yeah,
you,
maybe.
Duke. One for you. Fallout
Go on,
76. Fallout 76 is getting a DLC expansion.
I know
for-
it's getting an expansion. I saw that, and I'm like, okay, like I think it's probably intended for people who are higher level. And I've never gotten that high level, and I tend to just kind of if the wind goes out of my sails with this game after I finish the Mistress of Mystery quest line. But
Right.
it's cool that they're expanding it, and it's presumably a free thing, right?
I
Yeah,
assume
I
so.
assume
I assume
so,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just say, while we're talking of Fallout, Fallout London developers, you've heard of this, I'm guessing, this big mod that's set
Oh,
in
it's a
London.
mod, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Were
It
they
looks
doing that on
really,
4, and then they switched the
They
mod
switched the
system, and now
engine,
everything's
and it
screwed?
caused all these issues, and they couldn't launch it when they were supposed to. Well, apparently, they've fixed all that shit, and it's coming out in the
Wow.
next month. So I'm actually looking at this. I think this could be really
This is
cool
what
to
you've
play.
become
Yeah,
now.
I-
You've just become a guy who plays mods.
I haven't. I mean, I
Yeah,
very rarely
really.
play any mods. Duke plays loads.
Well,
of
but
loads of
you
mods
get
on stuff.
excited about the stuff that's kind of on the margins, shall we say?
Yeah, the stuff that's like a full game. You know, that's
Well, and the
that's
stuff
put out there.
that's labors of love. I think you have a
Yeah.
special soft spot in your heart, Stu, for labors of
I mean,
love.
these
and
guys have been working on this for
is
years.
a huge labor of. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
years and years
It's
and
like that. There's an Endirial remake mod for Skyrim, and it just it has a whole new world, all new quest lines. I've never gone near it because there's a part of me that's like, what if I like this more? Wouldn't that be weird? Anyway,
Okay, Stu.
Moving
What
on.
about this one then?
One for me. Come on, let's have one for me.
Fable.
No, you see, again,
Fable.
What has happened to you, Stu?
I've
Stu,
watched-
yeah, you used to be cool. You used to like Fable.
you know what I think the problem is?
Talk about me
Some of
losing my
these-
cool. Look at you.
No. You know what the problem is? Some
you
of
never
these,
had any to begin with.
some of these games have been in development for so long that when I look at it,
Yeah.
it doesn't look that modern. It looks like something that
You know
should
what,
have come
though,
out
Stu?
4
Here's
years
what you
ago
don't
or
get,
5
though, man.
years
Here's
ago.
the thing about Fable, dude. In this game, like imagine that it's a lot like the concept in the game, man. You plant a seed, right? And then over time, it starts to grow. And just because it's not the newest plant in the garden, it's still a magnificent plant.
Well, it could
that
be.
you can
Again,
see grow and
again.
He's doing a
evolve.
Peter Molyneux impression.
That's a metaphor.
I know, I get
for
you.
the thing. Yeah.
You get it.
I'm similar with this than I am with Gears of War. That I'm not writing it off, but from seeing the trailer, I'm a bit like,
Tell you what, Stu, you've
There's
changed.
so little
man.
we can tell from
Oh,
trailers.
did you not
Yeah.
appreciate?
You did used to drool all over
Did you not
these games, and
appreciate-
especially the Fable series, and especially what's his name, the developer dude? You met him,
Peter Molyneux.
yeah, Peter Molyneux, yeah.
Peter Molyneux, that guy.
Did you not appreciate the fact that Peep Show's very own Matt King Super Hands was the narrator for this?
I know. Look, I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm not. I'm not fully sold on it. I'm just not fully like in.
You only like the games that are not popular. That's what you. Oh,
It's not
look
that,
at
no,
look at
that's
this
not
Fallout.
true at
He
all.
likes
That is
Senua's
not
Saga.
true. I like Senua's
Kind of.
Saga.
That's
I
not
like
popular.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Uncharted.
I
Yeah,
like
that's pretty
Hogwarts
popular.
Legacy, which was one of the
That's true
biggest
as
selling
well.
games of the
We
year.
gotta admit it.
It's
Okay.
not true. It's not
Right.
true. Chinny.
Okay. This has got to be a home
But
run.
you have a very
This is-
strong you have a strong attachment to games that are unpopular.
Okay.
Stu.
Okay. If this isn't a
Alan
home run,
Wake 2. Can we just say Alan Wake 2 was my game of the year? Just saying.
yeah, but
Yeah,
no one
okay,
bought it.
whatever.
No one bought
Chinny.
it.
Well,
Right.
that
So
is true.
this has got to be a home run,
Which
Stu.
made it
This has
not.
got to
Come
be a
on,
home
let's
run.
have it. Come on, give
Right.
it to me. Give it
Life
to
is
me now.
Strange. Double
Oh
exposure.
yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm interested. You can
So
definitely.
is
There you
this-
go.
I don't
Now,
know-
Why don't you start with that one?
Is this a sequel to the first season, or is it just a brand new story? Do you know?
No, it's a sequel, so it's
Right.
it's the same character from the first series.
I thought it was.
It looks pretty interesting. You know what I mean? I think it carries on from the end of the first one, from what I can gather. So it's kind of
Yeah.
a continuation of that story.
Okay.
And like the first one for me is that and True Colors are the two best for me. Life is Strange 2 was okay, but I wasn't blown away by it. But True Colors was really, really good. Really impressed with that. And obviously the first game was excellent. So
I played the first
One of these
Life is-
days, I need to go back to the first one. I played like an hour of it, and then I got sick of it. But I have a number of students whose opinions I respect on video games in terms of story, and they always talk about Life is Strange. And
it
I'm like,
is great.
You got stuck on that teacher that was talking.
Well, that was
yeah.
at the start of it, and then the other things just came up.
But I
it wasn't anything about the game that made me.
I played it and I barely remember anything about it, to be honest.
Yeah, you
wasn't
struggle
for me.
with this, then, wouldn't
I
you?
struggle, yeah. But the
I
graphically,
don't know that you're the type of player who needs to see themselves in a game like this, but it's
no,
okay.
I want to kill stuff.
Exactly.
Graphically, though, I appreciate that it's had quite an upgrade. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, we'll
I
skip
think what
over.
seems-
We'll skip
Yeah,
over.
I
They
was
do
just
good
gonna
work. Like,
say,
I know they do.
Indiana Jones.
Well,
We'll
they
skip
don't.
over.
Can I just say before we move on? Obviously, it's Deck Nine now who produce all these games, so it's nothing to do with the original developer. And I think they've kind of
Really?
made it their own. Yeah. So Deck Nine now make these.
We'll skip. Like Indiana Jones was on there, but like I'm sort of
We've talked about it. And we got
yeah.
other
We
stuff.
talked about that. Avowed, Duke. Avowed is Obsidian's
You know
answer
what?
to Skyrim.
Yeah, Obsidian and I have a mixed relationship. You know, like they do good work, but sometimes they piss me off. So, yeah, I'm curious. I know that it could be great, but for me, these things always come down to how they actually play. So, you know, yeah, I'm excited. I'm keen. I'm curious, but I'm not gonna be getting it day one. These days, like, I mean, Baldur's Gate 3, I've seen for maybe 25% off, maybe 33% off. And I'm still like not buying that. I'm such a cheapskate when it comes to games.
Yeah, you are.
There's a certain price point over which I'm like, $30.
And you're
man, it's
loaded
gonna
as
be
well.
Amazing. And I'm loaded and I have space and I currently have time because it's the summer. I
Exactly.
really should. I mean, I have someone coming to stay for a week tomorrow, but whatever.
Have you ever
yeah, like-
have you ever dedicated a whole summer break to just playing video games, like nothing else?
Oh, hell no. I got too much writing to do.
I know, but like, what don't you look 1 year? Just go. You know what? This summer break, I'm just gonna play.
When I
games.
run
This
out of
is a
ideas
year.
for books, yeah.
This is a year.
But this summer, I got to put out the book about the woman starting a library during the zombie apocalypse,
All right.
and I
Nice,
have to
I
write
like
the
that.
sequel to Nimbus X. Yeah, it's going to be
But
awesome.
I don't know if you've
I got
noticed, but
stuff coming.
books are old and no one reads. So
Yeah.
I know no one reads it. That's why I can't sell any of these to a
no,
goddamn
it's
publisher.
not that no one reads it. It's like no one reads books. You know.
I know. That's why I can't sell my shit to a publisher.
Yeah.
There's no market anymore.
No one
you can
reads.
sell this to moms on the beach. Oh, wait, no, we can't. We can sell this to corporate executives. Oh, wait, no, we can't. We don't know who the fuck would buy this.
Yeah. Yeah.
The weirdos are all reading their homemade science fiction on goddamn Wattpad
There is some
and fan fiction anime.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
Stopping you there. There is some Starfield DLC. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
Who
and
cares?
every time I start up Steam, Starfield's looking at me like, "Hey, we've had fun. How about playing me?" And I'm like, let's go to Skyrim again."
Okay. What about
You know,
what
yeah,
about?
I think. Can I just say, by the way, I think that's Duke's final verdict on Starfield. As much as he wanted
No, it's
to say
not.
he liked it,
No.
You'd be
No, it's
playing the
not.
shit out of
It
this
really
if you
isn't.
loved it. If you loved it, you'd be playing it.
Stu, I didn't like Minecraft the first time I played it.
Yeah,
true.
but it didn't take you long to get hooked. You know,
It
two or
did,
three
did.
players
It
in
took
your
me like a
group.
month.
It took him like.
It took me
No,
like a
I think it took you longer than that.
Yeah, but name me
May have
another.
taken me longer than that.
Name me another Bethesda game where you weren't hooked instantly.
Well, I mean, fucking Deathloop and
No,
what was
they're
the-
just
No,
just.
I think he's
an
talking about a
open
game,
world game?
a game
I'm
that you
talking
eventually
about
liked.
Fallout
fucking
and
a Bethesda
Elder
role-playing
Ring,
game.
Elder Scroll. I know, and you're right. The fact that this hasn't
You're in
sunk its
denial.
hooks
Is
into
what
me.
you're in.
I'm not, I just said you're right.
Okay, then. I'll
It
accept
didn't get its hooks in me fully, and it may be that it becomes one of these games like Spider-Man Miles Morales that like is beautiful. Everyone loves it, or not everyone loves Starfield, but everyone
Hardly
loves
anyone
Miles
loves
Morales.
Starfield. What are you talking?
Oh God, I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. If I couldn't, I mean, Spider-Man, that says something about just I don't even know what it says, but it's a personal thing. It's nothing to do with Starfield being bad any more than Miles Morales is bad, just because I didn't play them a lot.
Yeah, but I think some people
Miles
don't.
Morales
Some
was
people
good.
don't like Starfield. Whereas
Is that
with,
true? Where did you hear that?
I've heard it on a podcast somewhere, and then Miles Morales is sort of like most people like that. So I think, You're
everybody likes
yeah.
Miles Morales. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Anyway, right.
So what does that say about me that I haven't
It's
played
a
a
bad
lot of it?
comparison.
Right,
It's a bad
stop
comparison.
talking. Right, okay. I'm just going to do that now because you two are just going off. Right, so Dragon Age. What do we think?
Yes, excited.
Okay, I'm shocked
want me to
that
talk about this?
Stu, I'm shocked that you're excited about this.
Yeah,
Wow, I
really.
love
You not
Dragon
think this is
Age
going to be
quickly.
more Inquisition?
Yeah, because
played the
I
hell
thought.
out of
So
that.
it's okay if it's just the same old thing over and over again. If it's the thing that you like. over
No,
and
I
over.
think
Yeah,
it
but
looks good.
you like Fable. You like Gears of War. Why do you like this?
I don't know. It just looks. It looks a bit like you, Chinny.
Yeah.
It's got the cool factor. That's the difference.
Okay, how about this? BioWare doesn't have the same
And story.
track record of disappointments.
No.
Well, yeah, and they have a great storytellers. They varied over time. Some and certain ages they were better, but whatever.
But the
But
people
yeah,
that
they're
made
known
Mass
for a good
Effect,
story
the
and-
people that made Mass Effect are no
Yeah.
longer there now. They don't.
Yeah, I feel like this is but from watching the trailer and watching it. It's weird, right? I said, "Oh, I haven't seen any." I actually have seen a lot of this stuff. No, I feel like watching the trailer and watching what they're doing. I think it feels like they're getting back to old BioWare.
Well, it's been accused. This gameplay. There's a 20-minute gameplay video and a trailer. There's the accusations of Dragon Age. The Veil Guard is it used to be called Dreadwolf, then they renamed
Yeah.
it, but Dreadwolf
Yeah,
is a
that's
way
right.
better name. Anyway, the accusations are that it's a little too action RPG, and people wanted.
I'm
Dragon Age
fine
1.
with that. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Okay.
That doesn't bother me.
I'm just telling you the word on the street.
Yeah, no,
Stu.
I get where you're coming
And-
from, but
and-
I'm fine with action RPGs.
And I mean, people complained about the combat difference between Mass Effect 1 and 2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, there's going to be people whinging.
But this looks good.
I
I'm
mean,
in.
It does look good. I don't know. I felt like my problem with Inquisiwig was that it just felt kind of complicated and streamlined in a way that I didn't really want, because open world means open world. Now, BioWare's never had the kind of open world that Bethesda offers, so it was kind of my bad for going in with certain assumptions. But I also don't think the story grabbed me the way I was hoping it would. And it was decent, but it just, well, I mean, Dragon Age, what was the first recent one? Origins?
Origins, and then 2, and then
Like that was,
Inquisition, yeah.
Origins was sick. The story in Origins was great. Characters were really interesting. And I just feel like Inquisiwig didn't have nearly the same kind of interesting characters or nearly as compelling a story.
Very quickly in the chat, John Mouse says he's writing a lot of school reports, and he
Yeah.
said Perfect Dark looks good. He's all in on the Gears. It looks like Lost Planet, except it's nothing like it. And then Soul,
Yeah,
Soul,
that's true.
Soul Brother says, "Happy Father's Day, guys." So,
Yeah, wait, that's two of us. Two of
okay,
us, isn't it?
Stu, you're
So
not gonna.
John, what's the Lost Planet-ist kind of game you've played since we lost the Lost Planet series? John,
The
there's a
answer-
question for you to tell us about.
The correct answer, John, is
You know that?
Helldivers 2. So,
Yeah.
Stu, you're not gonna like my next one,
Okay.
right?
Okay, look, I'm ready.
Just saying.
I'm burning. I'm ready for it. Come on, give it to me.
So the next one is Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Oh,
Duke.
fuck off.
Wait,
with that
I know what Stu
fucking
thinks about this.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
Stu,
Hey, do you
play
know
it if
what
you need
though? It's on Game Pass, so maybe I'll
Yeah.
play it.
Stu,
It's on Game Pass.
I when I said you won't like it, that was sort of a way of saying just don't
Shut up while I talk
don't
about
worry about it. Like, you don't have to say how much you hate it. I understand.
Oh yes, he does.
I
No, this
don't
is
know.
the theatrical This is the banter. As long as
I
he also
don't-
lets you talk about what you want to
I
talk.
don't hate it's a bit of a misnomer. I don't hate Call of Duty. I just hate what it stands for.
You just
and what
you
it
just
is.
hate the people that play it.
I just
You
don't
hate the
like
unbridled
what-
militaristic celebration of
what
like
it
killing and
is.
invading other
Yeah,
countries.
It's just not for me. No.
So I always play. like
Really,
a-
it's the political element you don't like.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't like all this jingoistic, like we're hey,
Really?
hey, fuck yeah. No, I don't like all that stuff. And I
Wow.
feel like a lot
Okay,
of the,
no, I don't either. I just never heard you talk about it.
I feel like a lot of the people who play it have that mentality as well.
And it
which-
feeds that mentality.
Yeah, it
totally
does, it
and
totally does.
Look, let's have a moment. I'm sorry, Chinny. I'm kind of excited about this too.
Yeah.
Not for the same reasons you are, but whatever. However, we have to admit, right? Once upon a time, military had men holding guns, and they had never experienced the connection between them pulling a trigger and someone dying. And so that caused some trauma when people did it. A lot of people in World War I never fired their weapons, right? Maybe you heard of that study. Anyway, the military now has generations of new soldiers coming in who have pulled a trigger and seen a body drop and known that they were responsible and said, totally cool, let's keep going, right? So that way of thinking is fed by these video games. Now, it's a minor thing. It doesn't, you're not going to turn into a murderer.
Yeah, it
just because you
doesn't
play Call of
cause
Duty.
it. No.
Of course not. But
No.
it does desensitize us a little tiny bitty bit. And if you do it over and over and over and over and over for years, it can have a cumulative effect.
Well, of
on
course it
yourself.
does. I mean, if you do something enough at times, it just becomes normal, doesn't
Right.
it? It doesn't matter whether it's a,
Right.
a virtual
And-
representation of the real thing. I
The
guess.
weird part though is when the people that have been playing Call of Duty a lot go into battle is when they do a 360 no scope jump, and
That's true.
that's
It's
weird.
impressive.
Like, I don't know
That's
why
how you
they
get
do
out
it.
of being hazed
Well,
in the Marines.
It's impressive until they instantly get shot, Duke. That's the problem.
yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but dude, they just respawn. Oh wait, god damn.
They'll be
there's
like
a
this.
huge difference,
Oh,
isn't it?
this didn't happen in the video.
Also,
game."
when I talk shit at other people in person, not over a mic on the internet, they tend to punch me more. Like,
Yeah.
why is that?
what they
I can't
realise
talk as
though,
much shit as I used to.
when they
I've
go
changed.
into a real battle, they just need to bounce around a lot, and that works. Apparently.
Exactly,
so
do that bunny
Jump up
hop.
and down, jump
I,
up and down. everywhere.
I play a little trivia game with myself each Call of Duty trailer. Do you want to know what
What's
that
going to be
trivia-
the worst thing about
Come
this?
No. Do you want to know what trivia game it is? It's what
Let's see if I can spot the reference to a previous character.
what music are they going to play in what timeline? Right. So last Call of Duty it was New Order, right?
Okay.
And
Which song did they use, by the way?
what was it? It's
It wasn't. Well, I'm assuming it wasn't Blue Monday.
it is Blue Monday. Yeah,
Oh, is
it was Blue Monday.
Oh, that's a bit obvious. You could have had
Yeah.
Shell Shock.
So,
Shell
so-
Shock's
no,
a
but
great
like they
tune for
play
that.
like the obvious one. They always do, right? And I
Yeah.
was like, well,
Mm.
Black Ops is definitely going to be set in the Cold War 90s. And I thought, what are they going to play in 90s? And I was dead certain they're going to do Nirvana. I was like, they're just going to do
Yeah,
Nirvana,
yeah.
right?
Sure, it's
I don't know
painted
which
black.
Nirvana,
Is
but
it
it
not
could certainly
painted
work.
black? or
Painted
something?
Black is not the 90s. That's
Well, I
that's
know,
the
but it was
70s.
in a. Well, I guess.
Right. You know what song?
Stronger.
Do you know what song they
So
chose?
what was it? I don't remember.
You're going to be very
Uh,
pleased. You're going to be very
Wonderwall.
pleased. No. You go. Think
Snoop Dogg.
think
Dr.
of
Dre?
bands that you both would like.
Oh, okay. Is it
Orbital?
a Prodigy?
It's Prodigy.
No, I love
Which one?
Prodigy. Yeah.
It's Firestarter. They play
Nah,
Firestarter.
Fire-
I like that. That's good. That's good tune. Good
And
tune,
you know what?
Classic.
I'd say what they make good trailers. Do you
How
know what I
about
mean?
It works.
Firestarter?
Yeah.
Twisted Firestarter.
Twisted Firestarter.
So, I mean,
That's
all these
awesome.
games on Game Pass, all the Call of Duties, I'm going to give them a go, man. Like for nothing.
Well, I'm
Jeez.
going to play some
I mean,
of the
there's
ones
no
with
reason not
stories
to
that I
except for the
never
time to
played. Yeah,
download.
definitely.
The Call of Duty game to me is like a Top Gun film. Do you know what I mean? It's just like fuck
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
it
it's
gives a
just
shit.
chuck it away, chuck away
Yeah, totally.
stuff. Yeah.
Anyway,
And I wish they could make the multiplayer. I wish I could only had to install the multiplayer because the multiplayer can't be more than what 20 gigs.
do you know
and
how
the
big
fucking
do you know how
story
big
is
the whole game?
100
Do you know how
gigs.
big the whole game's going to be?
It's gonna be
Oh.
100, more than 100.
Higher,
140
150.
gigs.
higher,
100, 280,
170.
180,
higher,
200.
200.
higher.
Fuck off.
No, it's not more than 200 gigabytes for like
220?
PC download.
Higher,
250.
250?
higher.
Fuck off.
300.
Think I'm
Higher.
300 gigs.
No, there's no way.
Piss
true.
off.
How much? No, how
Come
much?
on.
360
real.
gig.
That's fucking
it's
mental.
not.
Jeez.
Google
You
it.
can't be serious.
Google it.
Oh God!
Can I
believe
just
you.
say- can I just say,
holy,
by the
what are they
way-
thinking? Well,
Can I
there
just
that
say-
settles that.
I've just bought the Alan Wake 2 DLC, right, to play. So I'm going to play that.
Yeah.
So I had to reinstall it. Do you know how
I
big
assume that's
that
why you
game?
bought it.
Well,
Yeah.
do you know how big that game is now with the DLC
50
added in?
gigs. Oh, with the DLC added. I don't know.
110 gigabytes it was to download.
And I'm sorry, I'm not going to speak to that. But Call of Duty for what? For what?
Yeah, what the
is
hell
all
are they
that?
loading?
No,
downloading?
sorry. It's 309 gig, not 360.
Well, even so, it's
Oh,
still
well,
over.
that's totally
It's
different.
still
That's
over
fine. Who cares?
300 gigs.
I
What
got
the
that on my flash
What
drive.
the fuck is in that?
Insane.
It
I
is
mean,
ridiculous.
let's be
right,
honest.
For what? Like, is there some kind of experience that's really going to
There's-
matter like
Uh,
that?
so-
single
what-
player
the video on the
campaign will be
stream is
about
frozen
4
shit.
hours. How can that be
Looking at a
300
black screen,
gigs?
nothing.
No, it's just because I've paused it. That's all. You can still see our
Okay,
video,
well,
right?
As long as you know that.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
it.
but
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
fine.
the main part of the screen. Is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
nothing.
because
Anyway.
right. But
You're about
I
to put
think
something
What
else
you actually download though is a gun. You get a real gun when you download the game. That's what it's download.
Sweet. I
Just
got a lot
comes
of
out-
people I want to shoot.
Yeah,
Just pops out the top of your console.
just pops out the HDMI port at the
This is the
back.
thing you point at whenever you want to die.
So another one. I don't really know how you two are going to feel about this one. I don't really feel anything, but it's worth talking about on the show. Metal
Okay.
Gear Solid Snake Eater remake.
I know, there's
Is
that's
this a
how we feel
remake?
about
Is
it.
this a remake of one of the other Metal Gear Solid games? Is
So
that
do
what
we,
this is?
do you know what Snake Eater was? Do you know what that was?
Yeah, it was like, wasn't he one of the enemy characters or something in the game?
So do you know
I
what the
don't
game Snake Eater was?
No, never played it.
Okay, so Metal Gear Solid, right, came out on the PlayStation 1, right? Dennis Dyack, do you remember Dennis Dyack?
I do.
He made Two Human on the
He
360.
did.
And an X-Men
Which
game.
was horrendous.
Horrendous. But he also made Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, which is a remake of the first game on the GameCube.
Ah, that's right. I knew it was something like
So
that.
this is a remake of a remake.
The remake, I like that.
Right. And
It's almost as though nobody has any interesting new ideas.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Hollywood have been like that for 30
It's the, I'm
years.
sorry. Right. It's the thing that the studio is not paying for good ideas.
And
That's
the
problem.
thing is,
there are good ideas out there.
with video games and movies, and this is a different topic, so let's not dwell on it too much. But it's a risky business. You know what I mean? So if you want to, get guaranteed absolute,
Yeah, they want a slam dunk.
they want to
don't
slam
That's
dunk.
the thing.
If they just release
They want a
Geometry
return on
Wars,
investment.
Geometry Wars 20th edition next year, make it 10 quid and make it 4K,
Yeah.
slam dunk. I'm buying it. Do you know what I mean? It's
Totally.
fine.
And you know what? This is actually, I have a sound clip. Jon Stewart was recently talking about companies that were expressing their conservative values or their liberal values, and he said this.
Corporations have but one value: shareholder value.
Yeah,
it.
it's
It's
true.
about
It's true. It's
shareholder
all
value.
about money.
Yeah.
Because without those shareholders, you won't have the investment they need to make the next game.
Okay,
afterwards.
see what we're doing here?
Unless it's a guy
We're going off topic.
Yeah,
See what
okay,
we're going?
moving on.
See what's
Are we
happening?
going to talk about Prince of Persia? Have we not mentioned Prince of Persia?
Prince of Persia?
They showed a 4-second thing of a
4
candle.
seconds, man.
Yeah, of a
But
game
this
that's
is
coming
Sands
out
of
next
Time.
year. It's next year.
It's 2026. Hello.
2 years then. Yeah.
They pushed it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never coming out.
Ridiculous. But it has to because that game was awesome.
do-
and they
do- do
totally
you know what-
could
do you know-
redo it
do
in
you-
the way that it should be.
Do you
done
know
now.
what happened to that game? Right.
I know it's been through a lot.
So
It's
it
been-
got revealed. They showed gameplay of it
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yes,
Right.
I remember.
Everybody went, "This looks fucking awful."
Sick. It looks
Right.
sick. No, it looks sick.
No, it looks
I saw it and
awful.
said, "This is the game I want. The gameplay."
Everybody was
Everyone's
in
like,
an
"The
uproar.
graphics aren't good enough." Wah, wah,
They
wah.
were said, "This is awful." So what they've done, Ubisoft has taken that developer out and locked them in a cupboard and said, "Don't fucking come back out until you fix it and make it
And
look good."
don't fuck it up.
Until you
Yeah.
give us some good footage, you do not come out of this closet.
can
And
we
he goes,
just
and he goes,
say-
wait up, let me finish.
Go on, come on, keep going.
They had him in the cabinet, and you don't come out until you make us some good footage. And then after 2 years, he goes, "I made a 10-second candle."
Not good enough.
Just
Yeah.
Get back in the cabinet.
Look
we'll
how
take
it's
the candle.
rendered.
We'll show the candle, but that's it.
I wear-
Do you know what? You can stick the candle up your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just say, while we're talking about games that are in development hell and limbo,
Yes.
what the fuck has happened to Beyond Good and Evil again? I mean, they've released
never coming out.
trailer
It's never
after
coming out.
fucking trailer after fucking reveal.
They wanted to
trailer.
cram more
And
wokeism
then it
into
just
it.
disappears into the ether again, and no one hears about it again forever. It's just ridiculous.
It's never
Hope
coming out.
dies last, man. It's gonna happen.
It's
They
never
said
gonna
that
happen.
about Duke Nukem Forever, and that was the best game ever, dude.
I
People said
agree with
Evolve
Ginny.
wasn't gonna be the best game ever, and you know what? When I'm done playing Rocket League and Skyrim, I'm like, I don't care about those games. Hey, let's go play Evolve.
I agree with Ginny. Beyond Good and Evil is never,
never
ever,
coming out.
ever happening. It's
Never
got, it
coming out.
can't do. How is it? that
You
ever
said
gonna happen?
Apple wouldn't sell 100 million billion.
Well, they
of the
haven't.
3D AR.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely
Shush,
didn't.
Shush, shush, shush,
I know, and they
Right.
won't. I owe
And
you
they
money.
won't. Yeah, you do.
So I've never played one of these games, but everybody seems to get excited. State of Decay 3.
The
Yeah,
State of
people
Decay.
love
Yeah,
this.
that actually has
I
stood the
played the
test of
first
time.
one a
The-
little bit.
People love it.
The base building, yeah. State of Decay 2 especially, people talk about, like, when we talk about base building games, like
Yeah.
there's a whole Reddit for it, and people
Yeah.
who find out, oh, that's the name of the kind of thing I
yeah,
love.
yeah.
You know, what gets recommended? Rust gets recommended always. Subnautica keeps coming up, and it's lately State of Decay 2. People
of
are like,
Decay.
State of Decay 2, you gotta
Yeah,
try
yeah.
it, dude.
So the third one's
So
coming
I'm
along.
sure
Every-
there's a
every-
hardcore contingent that's very excited to see the third
People
one.
were saying, "I hope we see State of Decay 3," and they did. They showed it, and
Yeah.
you know, but But my brother really got into State of Decay 2.
I remember
Yeah, he
that.
got
I
really
remember.
into it. So there
It seems
you
like the type of.
go.
I mean, I haven't met people who casually play Rust. You know what I mean? Like either you play it or you. I mean, you once dabbled with it, maybe.
You live with
but,
it.
you know,
Well,
there's no casual Rust.
Stu,
Do you know what though? They did a good. What they did really well with State of Decay is they built this really compelling world for gamers to sort of
Yeah.
live in.
yeah, and I think it's
And
the
that's really
relationship.
cool.
I don't know much about the game, but I think it's the relationships you build with the survivors that you come
Yeah.
across. And anyway, Stu,
Sure.
you
Yes.
like Hogwarts.
I do like Hogwarts.
What about? Let me give you right a little bit of Harry Potter Quidditch Championships.
Do you know
eh?
what? They can go and fuck themselves. Is what I
Oh
think.
no!
Do you know why?
thought you'd like
Because no, because this should have been included in the game. This shouldn't be DLC or add-on shit. They should have fucking.
It's a
included
separate game, I
Quidditch.
think.
Well,
I think
wait a
it's
minute.
separate
Wouldn't you say it about
Yeah.
Cyberpunk?
Just fuck them. I'm just like, fuck you. You could have.
How is this
fucking
different from
Quidditch.
Cyberpunk giving you DLC that they
No,
could have
because that
given
was
you?
a whole new story with a whole
Okay,
set
fair
of
enough.
new
So this, I don't know
characters and
anything about
voice actors.
Quidditch Time or whatever the fuck.
This is just
DLC
Quidditch. It's just let's play
It's
Quidditch
just,
like
there's no
FIFA.
story. There's no.
No,
No, it's
no,
like
I
a
think it's
sports game, I think.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
like let's play
Okay.
Quidditch like FIFA. Should have
And
just
how much
the
are they
fucking-
charging?
The
When is
Quidditch
this
pitch. The Quidditch pitch is in the game, but
Jesus,
obviously
listen to
there's
Stu
no
getting mad.
Quidditch.
Jesus
They can
Christ.
go and fucking
God fucking
stick,
pitch.
stick a,
God
stick a
damn it.
fucking flying broomstick up their arse as well. That's all.
Jesus.
So.
God damn.
Okay.
And the Quidditch
Found
ball.
the hill that Stu is going to die on.
And a
Okay.
snitch. They can
All
stick a
right.
snitch up there with it.
Stu, let's not kick off, right? Let's not kick off. Let's
She's not going to hear you.
keep it calm.
Mm.
What about this one? You might not know about this one. This one's called Cuff Bust.
Fabled?
Cuff Bust.
Puff
Oh no, I've not
bust.
heard of this. This sounds
So
intriguing.
so
Oh.
basically, you're in a
What's Cuff
prison
Bust?
full of very cute koalas, and you've got
Right.
and different animals, and you've got to break out, and it looks very cute, and I think it's co-op.
Hmm.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
I
Cuff
like it.
Bust.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
and I think the idea is that you just
Maybe.
escape with your buddies, right? It's just like a fun little prison escape game. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I
That's
like
fine.
the art style. I think it looks kind of cute, but also crazy at the same time.
It does
and I
look
like
crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
does.
know much about it, but it caught my eye. I was like, oh, that's okay. That's not offending me.
Yeah, I'm into these more smaller, interesting games. I like that.
Okay, let's do a big
Okay.
Right.
Come on, do a biggie.
Okay.
Give it to us.
Probably got to be my game of the year.
Oh, no.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Do you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw this and it does look cool, but there are some caveats. I've heard from quite a lot of the developers and people who were there who played the demo that it's rough. Apparently, it's very
Who
rough.
said it's rough?
Quite a few people.
And in
who
what
played
way?
it.
Name 'em.
Just glitchy. Just glitchy. But that doesn't
Well,
mean
you know what?
that
Look,
the demo's going
well,
to be
hang on a
fine,
second. Let
you
me
know,
just
the
say,
game's gonna be fine.
we've seen some people riding women through the desert in Red Dead,
Yeah,
but some
true.
of us are still Rockstar fanboys. We've
Yeah.
seen dragons breakdancing with mammoths in the sky, but some of us still are Bethesda fanboys.
Yeah.
So glitchy, I don't know if that's like a deal breaker for
How many times
either
did
of
you
us.
whistle for Roach in The Witcher 3 and Roach was on a house? You know what I mean?
Oh no, that does happen.
That does happen.
I can't say it didn't. I can't say
Yeah,
it.
and that's a
And let's be
sign of
honest,
a complicated game. with a lot of
Cyberpunk
possibilities.
2077 had a lot of fucking shit.
Oh
ton of
yeah,
shit
yeah.
at launch.
So
Well, there you
I've
go.
listened to some people that have played this game, and I want to appear balanced here. I don't want to say, oh my god, and it changed their life and their nipples fell off or anything. So what they said was, they get the tone of Star Wars, bang
Yes.
on, absolutely bang on, right? And the developers were inspired by Rogue One, so that sort of grounded. You know, you're not like this all dancing, all singing hero. You're just a
Yeah,
fucking just person,
link in the chain.
just doing their stuff.
Hog in the
And
machine.
if you can
I
see
did
the
not mean
footage,
to reference Zelda or Gears of War, but
if you can see the footage like on the stream now, I'll rewind it to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about this is the developers that did Far Cry, and her sort of
Mm-hmm.
looking at that base, tagging people, the way she
Yeah, yeah.
approaches that base. Very similar to Far Cry. So, and what other people were saying was, when you're playing Star Wars Fallen Order or Survivors, it feels like when you land on a planet, you're in a level, you're in a game level.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this feels like when you land on a planet, you're on a planet. Do you know what I mean? It feels like, oh, it's got towns, it's got cities, it's got little
yeah, it's
villages.
fully open. It's open world.
it's open
Star
world.
Wars, isn't it?
So, and what Ubisoft do so well is open world
Mm-hmm.
stuff. They know how to do it.
They do, but
Yes.
I have the same issue with this in nearly all Ubisoft games, where it's kind of just Far Cry reskinned or
But
Assassin's Creed
Stu,
reskinned.
what you're not
or-
remembering is it's Star Wars.
It is. I'm not saying I'm not gonna like this because it's a
She's got a new
long
hat.
time. It's a long time since I've played a Ubisoft open world game, so this could be the one that sort of changes my mind about the copy and paste formula. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even Watch Dogs, all of those games are kind of the same game with just a different.
Oh yeah,
setting
of
and
course. I mean,
scenario.
and that's I guess some of us really like that formula, and so I'm
Yeah,
happy to
yeah,
see it combining with one of my favorite universes. Like that's a win-win for me.
yeah, I'm not
Because
look,
I would
again
because I want to like all the Star Wars games we've seen, but the last good open Star Wars game, correct me if I'm wrong, is the
There isn't
last.
one. There isn't
the,
one. There isn't one.
No, the
Well,
Old Republic. The
Yeah,
MMO.
Knights of the Old Republic. It would be, yeah.
No,
a good
no,
one.
I'm talking about the Old Republic.
But the
Ah,
The
okay.
MMO. Knights of the Old Republic KOTOR was the OG. That was a good one, but
Yeah.
you know,
But
the
like-
Old Republic MMO. But that's not a great game. This is going to be a great game, I think.
I'll say this. It's going to be controversial. There are more better quality Star Wars video games than there are movies.
Yeah, it's probably true. It's
Because
probably true.
Star Wars
Yeah,
as a
probably.
as a franchise, I'm not a big fan of Star Wars as a franchise. Like I was an '80s kid, so I was too. I wasn't born. Well, I was too young for the original Star Wars films,
You're never. Too
and I
young
was
for
and I was
the-
too old.
You were too young to see them in the theater.
I was too
Yeah.
old for the prequels, right? So I'm on
Right.
this like middle
The prequels
ground.
suck, so
and
you
and
didn't
my
miss it.
dad was a Trekkie. My dad was a Trekkie. He was never a Star Wars fan.
Okay.
So I never really watched Star Wars until I was in like my
Because
my
I
late
grew
teens
up
and
with it. It was like a deep thing for
Yeah.
me.
But-
and to
but-
this day, I have a soft spot for it, even though I haven't dived into the lore, and I don't have Disney, so I can't watch all the different
But
shows. they're
I
making.
tell you, most of my experience with Star Wars is through video games, right? And I watched the films much later. Like I'd
Yeah.
played tons of video games in Star Wars,
Right.
and I
it's
loved them.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
The movies not so
Yeah,
much.
I think it's well, right. So the thing is that I think that the storytelling tropes and modes that Star Wars put out there, this is how you do science fiction fantasy well.
Yeah.
Like it was the first movie that ever really did that well at all.
It was. Do
and
you know what
that-
I
I mean, there
remember
was-
as a kid watching?
There wasn't even
Star
much
Wars?
fantasy on the screen.
No, but
before
what
Star Wars.
I remember about
It was
Star
good
Wars
fantasy.
when I was a kid is that it looked realistic
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
I'd
That was a big
seen-
part of it.
Yeah, everything I'd seen science
Right.
fiction wise up to them, it was like
Right.
fucking spaceships
Right.
dangling on bits of fishing
Right.
wire. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
this was the
They
first
were
thing I saw
things
that.
people turned
That
out
looks
for
like
profit.
space.
Right. And then Star Wars came, George Lucas came along and said, hey,
Corporations have but one value: shareholder value.
but I'm not interested in chasing shareholder value with my science fiction. I want to tell an important story.
And I want to
he
make it
did,
look
and
good.
was
And he
awesome.
made it look
I
amazing.
want to make it look good. Right. Exactly.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I remember about Star Wars.
For me,
First film I saw
Star
that
Wars
looked real.
Outlaws at the moment is. I'm hoping that is going to be my game of the
It's,
year.
It does look
That
good.
looks
Look, I'm not
awesome.
going to
Do we have
deny
a
it.
release
It looks
date?
interesting.
It's soon. And you know what? Like because the
Okay.
Ubisoft did a I think it's August. Ubisoft did a showcase stream, whatever. I don't know what you call it these days, right?
yeah, a 10-minute, here's the game.
Yeah, look, but they did it with a bunch of games, so they showed loads of other games. And mainly the two headlines were Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows, which also looked very, very good, right? Which became
that I'm less convinced that they're going to do anything interesting.
well,
with
I don't know,
Assassin's
but
Creed,
like,
go on.
but it became like a selling pitch for
Mhm.
Ubisoft Game Pass, whatever it's called. I know what it's called,
Yeah,
Ubisoft
sure,
Pass,
sure.
right?
Right.
And you know what?
right.
When I think about it, right,
this could be the console seller.
and
for
I'm
you.
like, I could.
I mean, for a month,
for a month, for 2 months, I'm like,
$5.
you get this game, you get the Assassin's Creed game, you get all the Assassin's Creed games,
All
you
the
get
Far Cry
all the
games.
Far Cry games,
yeah.
all the
Cry games.
Watchdog games. I'm like, you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
For
yeah.
fucking for
There's
whatever
a
it
lot
is,
of content on. Ubisoft
Lot
has
of
made a
games.
lot of games.
I
They made a
Oh
lot
snap!
of games.
Immortals: Phoenix Rising. Hello.
I've already got that on
You
Game
like
Pass. now.
Zelda?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
on
God.
Game Pass.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
on
it's on
Game
Game
Pass.
Pass.
Awesome.
But you know, like I know that was their intention, but I'm like, hey, you know what? Like for a couple of months,
Well, no, this is
Yeah.
exactly their intention.
Assassin's Creed
And
of Tsushima
sometimes
is
it
what
just
that
makes
is.
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, when Disney said we were going to have The Simpsons, I was like,
It is unfortunate that they for like 15 years everybody's gone, Assassin's Creed, that was really good in Japan, and then they've gone, no, we're not doing it, we're going to go back to the Middle East, we're just going back. It's like, well, we've already been there, we're going back, right? And then You get Ghost of
It's a
Tsushima.
good
like,
time to go back
Stu,
again,
like you
bro.
said, Ghost of Tsushima comes out. Assassin's Creed the shit out of them, and they go, no, we're gonna go there. We was gonna do it,
We
but
were doing it all along. We haven't copied.
we just haven't got. There's a journey. There's a process.
Do you see any of your code on Facebook?
No, so yeah, they
Yeah.
they got there. And talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think it looks all right. You know, I think it looks good. And there's
It
two
looks all right.
there's two people that you can play as. One's more stealthy. One's more of a brute. Looks all right. Looks all right.
How confident are you that it's going to be anything new or worthy in terms of story?
I'm 10 being very, very confident. I would say I'm like a 5 or 6, to be honest. Yeah, like not very. I don't really.
But
know.
that's not why we play these games.
Do you know, I realised the last Assassin's Creed game I started and finished was the London one.
Yeah, which
that's
is Syndicate,
Syndicate.
which
That's
is
the last
about
one I finished.
2014, 2015.
Yeah, it's a
something
long time ago.
It's a long
Uh,
time ago.
there's a-
I
there's
can't remember the last one I finished.
A random game here that I'm going to talk about. I don't know much about it. I really don't know anything about it. It's but it looks very, 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 very good. It's called Phantom Blade, and it's
Phantom Blade.
I don't know if it's a Dark Souls like. I don't know if it's.
I was just thinking that as soon as I saw it. Is it going to be Dark
But
Souls?
I don't know. It looks pretty bloody good to me.
It does look amazing, by
Looks
the way.
amazing.
Sorry,
amazing.
Phantom Blade Zero, right?
It could be Phantom Blade Zero. Yeah.
I think
It
it's
looks
Phantom
it
Blade
looks a little bit like Sekiro. It's
Yeah.
got that definite look about it.
Stu, I've got one for you here.
Yeah, it's
I
very
will.
Come on, give
I
it to
will
me.
get
It
the
does look good, by the way.
trailer up for you. I'll
Wow,
try.
that's some nice moves, by the way. On
Oh,
that. Good
by the
work.
way, Civilization 7. Is anybody bothered by that one?
Nah.
5 was better than 6, and so they're just trying to recover from that.
Oh yeah, I found it. Sorry, it takes. There's a lot of games. Thank
Yes.
God for chapters on YouTube. So
Yeah,
there's one.
thank God.
There's one called Neva or Never. Have you seen this, Stu? or
Feel
do you?
like I have. When you put the footage up, I'll probably recognize.
Yeah, so it's a 2D. Looks like a companion game. So you've got like a massive wolf as a big companion.
Oh no, I don't think I have seen
Looks
this. It looks cool though.
Looks cool. Got a good art style. Let me bring it back.
It's got a bit of another world vibe.
Another
about
world
it.
vibe about it.
I was thinking about
Ori and the
Never
Blind
Alone,
Forest, Never
Yeah,
Alone.
Ori and
Yes,
the Blind
yeah,
Forest a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd like this one, Stu.
It does. It just said from the creators of Gris, and I've played Gris, and it does look a lot like Gris.
I never
Did
played
you like
this.
Gris?
Yeah, Gris is pretty good.
I don't
Gris is
remember.
pretty good.
I remember you playing it. I don't remember what you thought, but
What did we think about Civilization 7? Anybody care?
Yeah.
They did
they're just trying to
announce.
recover from 6 being not as well received as
They
5.
did announce a Batman game. Did you see this, Stu?
A what game?
Batman, and not Arkham Knight.
Oh no, I didn't.
Arkham.
Batman.
Um,
Batman.
Arkham Shadows.
Oh, okay.
The
that's
only
interesting.
problem, the
The
reason,
Arkham Shadows are going to fight with the
So is it
Assassin's
still-
Creed Shadows. It's going to be.
the
Is
reason,
it still Rocksteady? Is it Rocksteady? Or
the
is
reason
it not?
why no, it's a camouflage or something. The reason why you haven't heard anything about it, it's because it's a VR game, Stu.
Oh no, I did see this. No, I have
VR
seen. I
game.
saw this. It's on PlayStation, isn't it?
I think it's on PlayStation, but I think
Yeah,
it's on
PlayStation
MetaQuest as
VR.
well. I think it's on MetaQuest
Is
as
it?
well. Yeah.
I did see this.
Batman,
Yeah,
what
I
are they
have
doing to you, buddy?
Uh,
I'm sorry you have to be a part of this, Batman.
Sorry. Another one that I
Where
think,
are they? Over there or over there?
I think we had a first game of this. This is going to be a sequel, but I think this game deserves a sequel because it had a lot of good ideas. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh yeah, people look
Again,
there
people
are
on
still
Reddit
people
will
love
not
that game.
shut up
Yeah,
about
love
this
it.
game.
Yeah.
And
It's
you know
hard
what?
as
Like,
nails, isn't it?
it is hard, and I remember like getting frustrated because I was supposed to like steal. You know, it's a typical RPG now. You start in a city, you got to steal for somebody, and it's a tutorial quest. It wasn't no tutorial quest. It was like steal his shit, and then I got caught, and then he was beating me up, and then the other person's like, "I told you not to get caught," and he started beating me up, and then that was the end of the quest. I was like, "Well, shit, isn't this a lovely world to come home to?" Even Skyrim is more forgiving than that.
Yeah.
So maybe I just suck, or maybe it's not my
Is
type,
that- is
type
this
of tea.
all the
Maybe I didn't
footage
stick
you
with it
showed,
long
by
enough.
the
Yeah,
way?
it's,
Is this-
no, I think no. Sorry. I think
Well,
this
that's
is.
about 10 seconds.
I think
What
this is a
going on?
supercut. This video is like a bunch of games in one.
Oh, okay.
So I think this is like just a cut. Yeah.
I'm like, is that it?
No.
The smaller titles, they just flash.
No,
them
no.
up or
Honestly, I
something.
think they've cut this down for this video that I'm watching.
Yeah.
So, a game that I just sometimes you see a game and you're like, what is that? Why? I don't know. It just seems to. And this game is called Killer Bean, right?
Okay, I've definitely
Killer
not heard of
Bean.
this.
Where you
I've never-
play a
No.
bean.
What is it
Right.
like a baked bean?
It's
a kidney
it's
bean?
a kidney bean or something, and it's basically like a GTA game. You are a bean, and
Okay.
you can do drive-bys, and
I
you
can
drive
see
around
this.
in cars, and you can jump in slow-mo, Max Payne style, and kill everything.
Okay.
And you're just like this bean, right? And
Why a bean?
I don't know. Why
why
not?
not?
Why not a bean?
Why not a
bean?
But why not an asparagus or a potato?
And you can do bullet time, and you can shoot a bullet and split it in half, and then it will kill someone round a corner.
Because
So as
I
well
must
as
say,
being
a bean is not my spirit starch. A potato is my spirit starch.
so here, somebody threw a grenade, and you can catch the grenade in
Yes.
midair, slow motion, and then
Yes.
throw it back at the
Like
enemy.
it.
So, all right, yeah,
It's-
it is
looks
a
very
it is a,
interesting.
it is a funny game about a bean. But basically, it's Max Payne, but he's a bean, right?
Max Payne bean.
And there's a lot of really fun, creative ideas in this game.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Looks like
so-
they're really having a good time with it.
yeah, so it's called Killer Bean, and I don't know, looks good. I think I
In
I
some
like
ways,
it.
it has a vibe of like Ratchet and Clank
Yes.
meets GTA,
Meets
and then he's a
GTA,
bean for some
yeah,
reason.
and he's a bean.
Like so, it's violent and
Well, you know,
destructive and crazy, but it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Why is Pac-Man eating for why is anything like why not a bean? So fuck
Yeah,
it.
that's fair. I was curious to know more
Look
about.
here, he's doing
the
a break.
choice of the
He's doing a
protagonist.
break dance and he's killing everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's just
yeah. Oh, yeah.
fun stuff. Okay,
Sure.
Killer Bean. So what else have we got?
Killer bean. Have they made anything else, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute.
Duke will have
Stop,
to do something.
stop. I have to tell you something.
Go on.
Oh God.
In 2008, there was an American animated action film called Killer Bean Forever. It was preceded by 2 web shorts, Killer Bean: The Interrogation in 1996 and Killer Bean 2: The Party in 2000. Taking place in a world of anthropomorphic coffee beans, the film's plot follows a bean assassin named Jack Killer Bean who is sent to hunt down a crime boss, blah, blah, blah. So this is not just some video game developers going, let's make a GTA with a bean. It's a fucking filmmaker
It's a franchise.
from 15 years ago. He started in 96 and now his video game is coming. His story is coming to a video game. That's got to be so gratifying. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's funny. But it looks good. I like to look at that.
Don't
It
know
looks
much
bit
about this
crazy.
next game. It's called Dune Awakening. Obviously, it's inspired by the.
Oh, it's an RTS.
Is this the
isn't it?
like RTS? Oh, no, the
Yeah.
RTS is out, I think.
No.
Is
This
this
it.
the RTS?
So-
Yeah,
so I
think
don't
it's
know-
Because there's also like an Outlaws type game that's coming out with the Dune universe,
there's
or
a-
an
there's-
MMO or something.
There's another. There's a lot of RTSs coming out, and I love Halo Wars. Right, so I'm hankering for it.
Yeah.
The other one, I didn't know Dune Awakening was an RTS, but I'm you know
I'm
if
sure. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it is.
I'm good. Hey, if it is, I'm down for it. But there's another one called Battle Aces.
No, it's sorry. Dune Awakening is an open world survival MMO
Oh,
take on Dune.
okay, right.
Oh,
okay,
is that- okay then.
No, fair enough.
Oh, that's different.
But Battle Aces is an RTS, and I feel
Ah,
like
right,
maybe
okay.
RTSs are having a bit of a resurgence or something because basically, what do you call them? Like League of Legends and what do you call them? MOBAs killed RTSs. They just killed them, so they don't really
Well,
exist.
yeah.
They don't really exist anymore. But
Sure.
but Battle Aces does RTSs a different way. Like you don't build your base. You're going to put where it is,
Right.
and there's no you know when you like I want some troops and then you have to wait a little bit before they get deployed, or you have to wait for a tank to be built.
Mhm.
They just get instantly
Mhm.
spat out. So the strategy
Yes.
is where you spend your money rather than how long you wait. So it looks like it's doing
Gotcha.
a few different things with an RTS. So
Because that's the thing that drives me nuts with RTSs is this clock that's ticking, but you
Yeah.
can't see it, and you have no idea when it's too late, unless you play it a bunch, and then you get a sense for when the tides ebb and flow. But even Age of Empires, I reached a point where I was just like, I'm too slow. I like to look around and just have my people build a lot of different things, and I need to be efficient. Like get it developed so you have the guns.
that is
when
why
they come over with
you are
guns.
shit at Age of Empires. Then
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Stu, this is a
Go
slam
on, go
slam
on.
dunk.
This is a one. This is a one.
Slam dunk.
I'm waiting.
I know it's a slam
Whoosh.
dunk. It's silly that I have to suggest it. Alan
Okay.
Wake 2 DLC.
Alan Wake.
Yeah, well,
2
I've already got the
DLC.
first, and there's some more coming, isn't there? So there's
you play
additional stuff.
the
You
waitress.
just said it was your game of the year. You've got to be eager for more.
Did you see? Did
Yeah,
you
well, that's it. That's the DLC that I've just got.
The
So
waitress.
Yeah. So it's Night Springs DLC, and you play as 3 characters from the game.
and you play as
There's-
the control lady.
Correct. There's 3 episodes. So
Dude, it's a
I
crossover.
was going to try and play it today, but I just didn't get a chance.
Who did
so
you
I'm
play
not
in the
actually-
third episode?
I can't remember, but they're all from different parts of the Alan Wake universe.
Very good.
You changed, Stu. You used to play games right before the show.
I
like,
know.
you
I
used to
just
play all sorts
well,
of things.
Kay's started her summer holiday, so
Joking.
she's off. She's off for 4 weeks now.
You never should have.
We will soon talk about what we've been playing. It's been an hour of this
It's okay.
Summerfest.
This is
but we will
actually,
get-
like,
I
relevant.
got something important I want to talk about.
This
This
is-
is relevant. I'm going to talk about.
Right. Yeah, but this is like actually relevant. Not Rocket
You don't
League.
know that what I'm about to say isn't.
Right,
It's not.
okay.
It really isn't Rocket League. It has nothing to do with.
We're
Rocket
almost
League.
done. We're almost done.
Because there have been other games made available for demo on the PC.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
all
yes,
right.
this
Okay,
series
yeah,
of
I know,
video
I know,
clips is
I know,
cool,
I know.
but Next Fest is the way for
Yeah, I
mid
played
and
some
I wonder why the show
sub-mid.
goes on forever.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just
so-
saying.
I know.
I don't want an hour for everything on Next Fest, but
know-
it is a
Okay,
list
okay,
of
okay.
games
You
about
know-
which some people are very excited.
Okay.
You
we
know
won,
what?
Stu.
It
Let's
takes so
keep going.
long because Duke interrupts so often.
And then you
No,
interrupt him.
I refuse
interrupt
to
him.
accept that. Yes, I
Okay.
interrupt once in a while, but I bite my tongue a lot.
Stop. Right, Skate 4. Skate 4.
All right,
Maybe we
okay.
can move on since no one cares about Skate
I like
4.
Skate 4. I want Skate 4.
Great, you like Skate 4. You're looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be different from other skating games?
Yeah, Power World update. You don't care about that? Power World?
No?
Yeah.
I thought you
Fuck
liked
Power
it. I
World.
thought you were playing it.
I did for 20 minutes, and then I was like, oh, this is too much Pokemon. I'm done with this shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that
But get to give the news about New World.
New World.
They're making it available on the console.
Okay.
Right.
yourself.
Okay, that's everything. I think I have
Yeah,
gone
it's-
through everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Whew.
Excellent. Well, thank
now
you,
that we're done
Chidi,
with the
for doing
news-
all
there's
that
some,
work.
but there's some
Yeah.
good games.
Putting
Yes,
news
oh, yeah.
first.
You know,
it's
I was-
a very important collection of news
I,
bits.
I was
agree.
I was like, is there any new stuff that I'm excited about? And I have to say there are a couple. There's a few bites there. There's a few
Sure.
bites for me.
It doesn't
so
happen every year, but I
No.
think there are some things
There's
I'm
some
looking
things.
forward
There's
to.
some
and-
things there. You know, I always long for the day when 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, where I was just excited about everything, and I
Yeah.
haven't had
Oh,
that
yeah,
since.
totally.
But you know what? There's
Yeah.
some nibbles. There's some nibbles there.
There
So,
you go. There you go.
Lovely.
All
Right.
right, so we
go on
ready to
then.
talk about what we've been playing?
Do it.
All right, here we go.
What you been playing?
Okay, so as I just said, Next Fest has been going on Steam. This is a place where a lot of game developers launch demos for about a week, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on Steam this summer. They
There is.
actually had a post about like, here's all the events going to be happening this summer. It's like, god damn, they're having like updates about updates. But anyway, Stu, you should start. What game are you most excited about from the
Wow,
Next
I
Fest
played
offerings?
two demos, and one I liked better
Okay.
than the other. So the
Okay,
one that
what was the first?
I'll start with the one that I liked but wasn't massively, which is a game called The Devil Is in the Detail,
Okay,
Okay.
sounds interesting.
which
What
is
sort of game is it?
It's a puzzle game. So it's well. Listen, let me finish.
Is it a room style puzzle? The Room, those games?
No,
Is it like that?
No, it's totally different to that. So it's a first-person perspective, and basically you're in purgatory. Right, you're in purgatory.
All right,
And
I'm gonna keep
it's
my mind
a-
open. Go ahead.
It's a spot the difference.
Oh,
game.
fuck off.
Jesus Christ.
So-
Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? Spot the
So,
difference?
Kind
Here's a
of.
bedroom, and here's a bedroom. There's 7 things
No,
different
nothing
between
like
these
that.
bedrooms.
Nothing
What's
like
the
that.
differences?
So there's a guy. So you've got to beat the devil's game to escape purgatory. So that's kind of. But the
Okay.
sound,
Right,
the sound
but
is
it's-
amazing. Graphically, it looks
Never
great.
mind about the sound. What are you doing?
So you basically highlight objects in the room by pressing the.
Fuck off.
right
It's a hidden
trigger.
object game? Are you
No,
kidding me?
no. So you highlight and there's
Dude,
the
can I just remind you? You
possessed-
said you was going to keep an open mind.
Yeah,
okay.
you did.
Okay,
Yeah, you did.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
So there are possessed objects in the room, and then it highlights those.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
you have so long to look at the objects in question. And I must admit, I haven't got to the more complex like levels. And then then you go and say to him, right, I'm ready. And then he basically changes some of the stuff in the room, and you've got to work out what's been changed since you looked at it.
Oh God! It is here's one bedroom, here's another bedroom,
Kinda.
but you're moving through them, so that's
But
the. I mean, look,
The presentation
okay.
is great, though. It's so
That's
well
fine.
presented.
Is this the one you're positive on? Like this is the one? That
No,
you're-
no. This is the one that I was less.
I was gonna say I don't want to be too much of a jerk, but this is like ugh,
No, it was
whatever.
all-
Not my
no.
cup of tea. It looks like it. Yeah, okay. So I guess I'm sorry.
It's kind of a chill devil game. There you
Yeah,
go.
chill devil game. Stu, you know how Duke is
devil
going to
game.
keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, I'm not. This looks terrible.
It was fine. It was
Awful.
fine. Well,
Okay,
I was fine
well-
with this. But yeah, it was
Okay,
just different.
well-
It was just something different. Okay, so that was the not so good game, but I did play a game
Oh,
which
you're
I was.
gonna do two. Okay.
Yeah, I might as well because they're both fairly
Go ahead.
small.
That's fine.
But
Go
the
ahead.
other one I was more enamored with. I kind of like this other one, and it's called Disco Samurai. And
Disco
it's
Samurai likes disco music.
Disco Samurai, which is kind of a pixel game where you play a samurai, but you have to attack in beat to the music. So it has this really cool
Oh yeah.
electronic beats in the background, and you've got to time your attacks and your defense and your rolls.
Now,
and-
folks, nothing special.
Sorry.
but
sorry.
it's really slick. So it's a really slick game. I really quite like this, and it was a lot of fun to play. And the again, presentation is great. Looks
So this
amazing.
is like the presentation is isometric neon.
all
goodness.
neon, cyberpunky. You've
but
got
then
obviously
the sort of
I-
a mix between hi-fi rush and I don't know, like
yeah, it's very hi-fi rushes.
Syndicate,
similar.
I suppose, doesn't it? It looks
It's
a bit like Syndicate.
hard though. The only thing I said, it took a bidding, and I mean, I'm quite good with obviously beats of music and timing, but it took a bit because you can't just spam it. You've got to work out when they're about to attack. You've got to parry at the right time. You've got to rush at the right time.
And does it like Rock Band? Does it get easier when you get into the groove of the
Yes,
song?
definitely. There's definitely
Okay.
a flow. Once you
Mm.
start getting into the beats and when stuff's happening,
Yeah.
and it's
Right.
satisfying, because obviously if you parry, it's like tink tink, and then obviously you do attacks, and it's tink
Mhm,
tink, and you just sort of get used to.
Right.
And each enemy
Yeah.
kind of has a pattern. They'll do like 3 attacks and then a defense, and you've got to work out how many parries
do
you need to do in a row.
Yeah. And do the different characters come with different instruments? In other words, like, do I know what I'm going to be listening for based on who I'm fighting?
No, not at the moment, but I'm
Okay.
guessing that might. It does seem to be getting more complex. So I didn't have a lot of time
Yeah.
to play this, but it
Right,
is
right.
getting. So basically, that you get a bit further, and it adds a gun attack. So you build up a meter, and then you can fire a gun, which does more damage.
Which allows them to require you to hit the button more quickly. I guess.
Correct, and you sort of have to hit that in time to the music as well. And then obviously there's
Yeah,
objects in the room, and you get a kick, so you can kick enemies into
Mm.
objects and stuff. So there's definitely going to be a lot of depth, I think, as the further you get into the game. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think this is definitely one to check out if it's still available to download. But Disco Samurai was pretty good, and the soundtrack was good. It's up my
Hey,
alley.
Disco Stew, what do you think about this?
You should
game?
buy that. Hey, Disco Stew doesn't advertise.
So there you go.
Yeah,
So it's
there
big
you go,
thumbs up for
Disco
Disco
Stew.
Samurai.
Disco Samurai. It looks cute. Okay. So I'm going to talk about two real quick. One I don't have to talk very much about, but I have to talk about it. Many people who know me know that I love Myst and Riven. The first 2 Myst games. 3 was okay. 4 and 5, and the rest of them were just, they didn't do it.
I
for me.
downloaded the demo
They-
for this, by the way, but just didn't play.
They have remade Myst 17,000 times. They
Yeah.
have never remade Riven. So Riven, the demo came out, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Get out of my way! I'm playing the Riven demo." And there's not much to say about it. The biggest thing that I need to say is that they went with CG actors for the people, which I think is a big mistake,
Right.
because the video from the original, obviously they can't use. It wasn't filmed in high enough quality, but they could have done so. They should have hired actors, and I think in some
Yeah.
cases they did, and in some cases they didn't, which just looks weird. Hopefully they'll fix that. However, yeah, there was one moment that I did not expect because it's very different from the original, and when it happened, I was like, "Holy crap!" Like, it was really a moment that blew me away. Now, it's not, I don't think it's a major thing. It's nothing that they've changed in terms of the story, because I don't think they've really done much with the story. Maybe a little bit, who knows? But I'm really excited about this because I haven't really played Riven over and over and over again the way that I have Myst over the
Yeah.
years.
I mean, what's cool, by the way,
So-
it's also VR enabled as well. So you
It
can
is
play
VR
this in-
enabled, but nobody really cares about
Playing
Like
with
that.
anybody
that.
fucking gives a shit.
So,
Once
yeah.
Human.
Yeah.
Do y'all know anything about Once Human?
Nope.
Okay, Chinny, have you ever heard of Once Human?
Nope.
Holy shit, people, this is it. This is it. It's here. I've been saying for a long time that as much as I love survival games, And as much as I love RPGs, the fact that they both exist means that when I'm playing a survival game, I'm like, there needs to be more RPG elements in this. And when I'm playing RPG these days, I'm like, there need to be more survival elements in this. Once Human has done it, they've really given us a game. I started playing the demo for Once Human at 8 a.m. on Thursday. I looked up and it was noon.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Talk about a game getting its hooks into me. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then I had lunch because I was hungry, and then I played for 4 more hours. I played this game
Can I ask, is
for
this
8 hours in one day.
Is this a Next Fest demo or is this something else?
Yes, this is a Next Fest demo.
Okay.
And it's the #1 thing that was recommended to me. And I'm so glad it was, because I played several other survival games before getting to this. And you know me, my patience is not very long when it comes to demos. I want to get in, play the thing, and keep it moving because I don't have really high hopes. So when this game started, first of all, it started with a survey. Which of the following game types do you enjoy most? And there were like crafting survival, survival RPGs, crafting RPG, and like all like detailed questions. And I answered like 3, and then I was like, I would like to play the game, please. And then it was like, other, please specify. I was like, I would like to play the game, please. And then there was this whole story that was going on and on with these cutscenes about the great incident or whatever the fuck it is, and you're this woman in a bacteria tank, you know, or the Bacta tanks that Luke is in Star Wars, you know what I mean, like dangling in liquid or something, and you're naked, and there's people talking about you, and then you get out and you can barely cover yourself up, and then like you come across this guard and he tries to kill you, so you kill him. And you can't take his clothes. You got to keep running around naked. Sorry. And it's like, what the fuck? And then you meet there's this bird, and he's like, you are not from this dimension. Like, let me tell you about this girl in this house. And you're like, what the fuck? So he takes you to this house, and you're killing people along the way. And then he's like, there's a big monster coming. You better use this butterfly to capture the big monster. And I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that. He's like, we'll help you. And it's like, what the fuck? And there's this crazy fight with this 90-foot tall tree thing, and it takes like 5 seconds. And I'm just like, holy crap, what just happened? And she's like, I can't go with you, but you have to stop all these monsters. Goodbye. And it's like, wait, what? And you go through some portal, and then it's a survival crafting game.
Nice. And it's good, I'm guessing.
And it's like, wait a minute, what was all that shit about? And like, it's literally at moments like they have red and blue portals in this cutscene. And it's like, and you have to, you know, they give you control, and you run through red portals, and you end up where the blue portal was. And it's like, what the fuck? Now it's portal? And then this game, wait, I wrote it down. I said a demo is not a movie, damn it. Forget your pretentious game opening. I can't tell you about the story because I kept skipping cutscenes. Yeah, so the clothes are sitting there, and you're like, you can't take the clothes. It reminded me of Zork when it's like, there is a torch on the table, and you write, take torch. It's like, I don't see torch. You're like, motherfucker, it's right there. This is using Echo from The Division. You remember that fun we had when we would hit a button and we'd see a scene that had happened before? Anyway, so what's the actual gameplay like, Duke? Good question.
Yeah, Duke, what is it like?
I wrote down, it's kind of like Minecraft mixed with Fear. You know, the Fear series?
Yeah.
The horror game?
Yeah,
Plus a little bit of Pokemon. It's so bizarre, but there's enough Minecraft and Fear elements, so the Pokemon isn't really a big deal. It's mostly building, and the building's really good, scavenging and survival, which is really, really good. And then there's a lot of PvE content, which is the key missing ingredient from Minecraft. It's the key missing ingredient from Rust. It's the key missing ingredient from so many survival games. And the RPGs are all MMOs these days, and so it's just about flooding you with loot and keeping you coming back. And meanwhile, this game, yeah, okay, it's serving that same profit motive, especially because it's going to be free to play, apparently. But it's the world is so huge. Ginny, put more footage of this game on the screen. It's amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
I was just blown away. I feel like
wow,
it was so good. When you have a crafting menu and it says, here's what this thing, you can't build it yet because you don't have the materials, right? It says, here's what it will do for you. You know, you can make advanced levels of food or whatever. And then it's like, how to get. And it's like, chop down trees or mine or whatever. Like you have to scavenge and find them in the, the boss buildings or whatever. Like it helps you so much.
So,
And it's
so
just-
is
I
it
don't know.
zombies? Is it zombies? It looks like zombies.
It's zombies. It's huge tree monsters. Like that tree monster was like a big boss, but
Right.
there's bosses. One dude crawls out. You go to this abandoned town that has this amphitheater and a big screen, and this monster crawls out of the screen. And he's like digital weird, like it's really creative. It really is like stuff out of Fear or Silent Hill or something. Like
There's crazy
it's
stuff
so well
going on.
done, and it's
got-
the first thing these studios ever made.
You've got telekinesis.
You've got it's like a thing that it's called the Curiosity Catcher. You click it, it doesn't do much. There is a telekinesis power, I think, but I haven't unlocked that or messed with it. There's a lot of stuff in this game I
dude's
haven't even
throwing
understood.
barrels and stuff. He's doing all sorts.
Yes,
of
you
stuff.
do have that. Yeah. So, but there is a thing where it'll like you hit this device and it illuminates where all the ores are. So you don't have to just run around randomly hoping to run into iron ore like you do in Minecraft or whatever.
I was quite
It's just
impressed by
it's done so many.
quite impressed by the fact on the video like they shoot the kneecaps and then you can stamp on their head. That's quite cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, a
like,
lot of attention
there's
to
so much
detail.
attention to detail and quality of life stuff that really matters. And that's why, there's people complaining, they're talking about doing wipes every 6 weeks or something. Like whatever. Those are I couldn't and there's people who are posting it who are like, where do you find tin? Where do you find tin? And when I finally got to the part of the game where you're supposed to start mining tin, like it was right there. And I'm like, okay, maybe this person had a hard time, or maybe they're just a whiny 5-year-old. Like, this is not Minecraft, people. Like, this is finally the baby of survival RPG, like that I've been looking for and hoping for. I'm so excited. And in fact, I had to stop myself from playing this game because when the actual thing comes out in 3 weeks, it's 3 weeks from now, all your progress will be wiped.
Right.
And I was
Right,
like,
so there's no
okay,
point.
as much as I love starting over with a lot of games, but I also don't know how long this demo is going to be live, because I thought at some point it was going to be like, thank you for playing, 5 hours of this or something, but nope.
So
They just, I feel like they threw it all open.
It looks good. I've got to say, it looks good.
So are you can you not like change what you look like and stuff? Are you always this woman?
Yeah, well, you can. Not your face. You do have a character creation screen at the start, so you can choose your build and your hair and stuff like that. In terms of clothing, like it's not so many options, and this may be where the money grab comes in, because if it's a free to play, like they got to make money somewhere, and it's going to be through microtransactions or advertising or
cosmetics.
whatever,
Yeah.
something. Yeah. So I don't know, but in the 8 hours I played, there was like a very basic pair of pants, and then there was like a decent pair of pants, and then there was like the attack pair. And so, there was, but they all look pretty much the same. It was just a matter of the min-max, the loot aspect.
Yeah.
So, that's where the attention is on. But like I say, there may be, they've got, if other people love it as much as I do, then they've got a huge base of people, base of people, who are maybe kind of interested in buying certain furniture for their house or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Because think Valheim with microtransactions that, actually make the game more enjoyable.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're in.
No, it
you're
looks-
you're
it looks-
all
I
in.
Some
love it.
ways.
I like
Yeah,
the
I'm all
raven,
in.
the raven thing too.
Oh, that's the weird bird that shows up. And like, he's
Yeah.
your, sort of tutorial helper dude, but he's weird. And he's like, if you live or die, doesn't really matter so long as the mission is accomplished. I'm just like, damn, that's pretty cold.
Yeah.
You're supposed to, it's very different from Ghost in Destiny 2. Destiny 2, Ghost is like, we've got to find answers to this. We're going to make it together. And this bird is like, I don't give a fuck about you, or anyone who looks like you.
You're just a
And
vessel.
especially, I don't care about you, right? I want you dead so that we can do what we need to do for this little girl who's got magic powers. And that's the other thing. Girl, magic powers, fear. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
And
it
an
does
evil
look pretty good.
corporation that bankrolled the whole thing. So,
I-
I'm not saying the story is great. In fact, the story's kind of shit, but it plays so well and it looks amazing.
I feel like I could play this. I'm looking at it and thinking, yeah,
You
okay,
should
I could
totally
I
play
could
it.
probably play this.
It's so good. You won't love the same things I love about it probably because you weren't into the settlements in Fallout 4.
No,
And,
I don't like crafting.
but still, I think there is enough cool stuff that you might get into it. So,
Yeah, it looks all right.
and Chinny, you never know.
You never know. I'm a wild card.
Everybody should play Once Human. Once Human is the one I'm most excited about. 3 weeks. I'm really excited about this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Should we do a bit of a detour, Chinny, and get Does it hold up? Does it hold up?
Yeah.
Out of the way. Shall we
give it a
do
go.
that now?
Let's give it
Okay, we're
Shall
gonna
we
do
talk about
a
some-
very short version of this. Right?
it hold up? Does it hold
Does it hold up? Does it hold up?
So
To be fair, we haven't played as much this week, have we?
no,
We
we haven't
had
played as much
time.
this week, so it will be pretty short.
Instead of
And
a
I have to
90-minute
say-
discussion, it'll be an 89 minute.
Yeah, it'll be 89 minutes. I have to say as well, Stu. I mean, it's still a great game, still fantastic. Not the greatest section this week. I don't
No,
think.
it slowed down a little
Slowed
bit.
down
didn't
a little
it?
bit,
It
isn't it?
slowed down.
It was
No, it's only
Madagascar
set
last
piece.
week. What was it this week?
Sorry.
Still Madagascar.
It's still Madagascar. Okay,
Yeah.
so
But this time we found like the lost settlement. So we
Yeah.
started
Indigenous Madagascar.
started at chapter 14 and we found where all the
Okay.
pirates had gone to live with each other.
Ooh, this is the Uncharted part.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Well, one
Yes,
thing I've noticed about Nathan, Mr. Drake.
Yeah.
He's a bloody quick drawer, isn't he? He sketches.
Oh yeah, and detailed.
He
It-
sketches
it
in that
was re-
pad
yeah.
pretty fucking quick. I've noticed.
Really good drawings as well.
Jesus
Really nice.
Christ.
Is he faster than Atris from Myst?
Play the clip. Play the clip.
I don't know where it is. I need to organize these better. Oh yeah, here we go. I got it.
Another reference by Duke that no one understands.
There
People, you
go.
gotta let me know you understand these, or else I have to stop making them.
Yeah. So there's a moment between Sam and Nathan where they talk about. They
I put that down. That's first,
they-
like the sit down chat.
Like they talk about what would Nathan do if he didn't do this, which is
Yeah,
sort of
why did
fucking
they do
nice.
it? Why did they do it?
I thought this chapter 14 when it starts to kick off though, because this is the whole point of this sort of lost city. Because I know every fucking Uncharted game there's a lost city, isn't there? Like, you know
it
what?
is.
For how
Well, it's
lost
gotta be something Uncharted.
for how lost these cities are, they're getting pretty found lately.
Do you know what's also quite
Once
interesting?
Nathan
And
Drake is in
this
the
is
equation.
this is the next thing I wrote down. Nathan and Sam have to take elaborate routes with climbing and grappling hooks, but the baddies just turn up ahead of them with rocket launchers.
Yeah, I don't look another game where
It's like,
it's-
what
it's
the
an-
hell?
another
How did he get
episode
there?
of we've gone to a lost city and the enemies are already there.
And
It's
they're already
just-
ahead of us.
Yeah, because they're moving
we-
with rocket launchers. You fire a rocket launcher at the ground, you're gonna go flying, man. You're gonna make a lot
Maybe.
of territory that
It
way.
is weird though because it's like they have to do all these really elaborate climbing up stuff, swinging on ropes,
Yeah.
and all this stuff
Parabola,
together.
rocket launched.
And
But
they just
they're
go.
just there. They're
They-
just there with
They're
all
just
this
like,
equipment.
Nath, why didn't you just take an helicopter like we did?
Yeah,
you
like
piece
we
of piss?
did. Yeah, we're just here. We're here already.
Do you know how I have a teleportation device? Oh crap! We were looking for you to come out over there.
So the whole point of this lost city is that all the pirates. By the way, I think this plot point is stupid. By the way,
Yeah.
all the pirates said, "Why don't we put all our treasure in one place?"
Yeah,
Bad
let's all
idea.
live together in
Bad
harmony.
idea. Right? Let's
Harmony.
all these thieves just put, and we're all gonna go. That's where we're gonna keep it, and nothing bad's gonna happen.
Tower, in
Well,
this
it
big
turns
tower.
out
It's
my-
not about making money. It's about sending a message.
My-
Maybe it was a Joker of the pirate world because he gathered all the pirates' money in a pile and set it on fire, right?
That's right. My suspicions
maybe that's
were
what this-
correct because when you turn up, there was a battle for the treasure. You find out that they've been fighting for this
Yeah.
treasure, which I mean, I could have told them
Yeah,
that
would
wasn't
happen.
a good idea.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
that
mean?
would
That
as
was-
well.
Look at what happens when a wealthy person dies. Their family starts fighting. Taylor Swift. I have this dream that my daughter-in-law kills me for the money she thinks I left her in the will. I don't know
Sure.
the melody. I don't know the words very well.
Play the
Sorry,
clip.
but You know me out
Play
there,
the clip.
Swifties. Yeah, right. Oh wait, no. People get Taylor Swift references. What's
Another
wrong with
reference by Duke that no one understands.
Sounds, yeah, it's
Right.
totally true.
you? Ask your daughters. Which
Ro-
is
I don't think
John
Rose.
I'm sure
Mulaney line
Rosa is
about
totally
John
into Taylor
Mulaney.
Swift.
Anyway,
It's a John Mulaney line. about John-
play the clip. If you played it, it's John
Another
Mulaney.
reference by Duke that no one understands.
Right. Anything else you want to say about chapter
Yeah.
14, Stu? Because there's I mean,
No, it's kind of a bit of a traversal, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's just get
yeah.
from one side of the city to the other to the tower. The only thing I did put down, and I don't think we've said this up to now, is like how colourful this game is. It looks like when
yeah,
you're at
it's
the top
really
of the tower looking around, it looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, wow, this game looks good.
It looks good. Chapter
does look good.
15 pretty much starts with another fight with Nadine.
Yeah, I've got to say though, fucking amazing.
Amazing
This
fight.
fight is just fucking brilliant.
So the setup for this fight is there's two of you now, Sam and
Yeah.
Nathan, and her is like, well, I just need to fight you long enough to
She's
survive.
just like two people anyway, isn't she? Let's
before-
be honest. She's a fucking badass.
Well, the thinking was, I'll fight you long enough before the army comes.
yeah, to
So-
get back up.
And you know what? I don't think she really needed backup, to be honest. She's fucking
No,
hard
she's
as
fucking
nuts.
hard. She is fucking hard.
Yeah, yeah. So we have another fight with Nadine. Doesn't go well. And I think that doesn't the building fall or something like that?
Yeah, there's this amazing set piece where just everything falls down.
Yeah.
Because said baddies who turn up with rocket launchers start firing them at the tower you're in.
Yeah. And
So
honestly,
that's-
I think for Nadine, that's a sackable offence for a
Yeah.
staff. You know what I mean? Because I would sack any of my employees if they started firing rocket launchers at me. I just feel like that's not on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's just amazing though. The choreography, it's one of the best choreographed fights in a game I think I've ever seen. It's up there with like some of the best fight scenes in movies.
Yeah, it's good.
It just looks fucking incredible, you know,
That's good.
like, and there's nothing repeated. Like it's all fully individual. Everything's like it feels like it's fully choreographed and nothing is canned. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's brilliant. I love Nadine. She's such a great character.
Yeah.
Really, really
We
good.
find out a bit of a bombshell in this chapter, Stu.
Oh yeah, we do.
we find
Well,
out-
we kind of knew already, didn't we? Really, let's be honest.
I didn't know.
No, I kind of no, but I think even if you didn't, I mean, we said right at the first time we met Sam that he was a twat, didn't we? You know.
No,
what
I
I
know,
mean?
but I didn't know that. So the twat list, the twat list.
The
what's
what?
What's a twat list?
I have not a clue what you're talking.
The plot twist
Oh, the-
is the twat list. The twat list.
No, I
Stu.
didn't remember this. By the way, I
The-
never remembered
the
this. I
twat-
knew he was a twat.
The twat list was
There is.
that Rafe,
Yeah. Yeah.
he was like, I was the one who broke him out of jail.
Yeah, broke him out of
The
prison.
mafia
nothing to
guy,
do.
he's been dead for months.
Salazar, he's not even involved in any
And
of this.
also, I borrowed Sam a packet of Rolos, and he never gave them back. He's a prick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he is.
So to the whole story, the whole mission, because you play the mission, right, where he escapes. That
Yeah,
was
you
a
do.
fabricated mission.
It was all made up.
It was all
What's
made
kind
up.
of
That was
interesting-
That's interesting that you
Yeah,
played
no,
a
I
mission
mean,
that was
well,
just that was just a fib, basically.
made up. I think what's kind of cool about this as well is that when he says, "Don't worry, he's not going to kill anyone," and I'm like, "These two people are fucking psychos.
They've just
They
killed
kill
about
everybody.
500
They kill
people on the
fucking
way here.
everyone.
Yeah.
No, they'll not kill anyone in cold blood. Yes, you fucking will.
Yes, you will. I know, and it's weird that, like, you know, Nathan's like, no, we can't kill her, but you've killed 500 people on the way here.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't do it, Sam.
No, we can't kill her because she has dialogue and lines in this show. And we only kill NPCs and enemies. That's
And
all.
also, she's shit hot at fighting.
She's also really, but yeah, and then this sort of ends with Nathan looks like he's going to get shot, and Sam.
Yeah.
So it looks like Sam has taken over the role of Sully, because Sully is usually the one that's always getting shot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
to be fair, Sully's had a bit of a break this game, hasn't he? He's not
He
getting
has,
shot once.
He has.
You
He's
know?
just sat nicely in his plane, circling around.
And
not
Sully's,
bothered.
sorry, Sam's the one who gets into Nathan's way and he gets shot. So that's the.
Well, to be fair, Sam's a twat, but he does kind of save Nathan.
Yeah,
because
well, he
obviously
redeems himself.
Rafe goes, "Oh well, I don't need both of you. I only need."
I just
Sam,
find it
so,
funny where I
yeah.
don't know what's going on at Naughty Dog, but they feel like they've always got to just shoot one of their main characters and survive, like all the
yeah.
time. And they said, let's give Sully a break. Let's do it with Sam.
And let's be honest, Sam's now been shot twice.
Twice. That's what I'm saying.
Twice for Nathan's sake. You know what I
That's what I'm
mean? He's
saying.
kind of yeah.
And well, you know what bugs me? What bugs me is that Sam is shot and you fall off a cliff, right?
Yeah.
And then we play a mission. We'll get to that. But when you come back, Elena saves you, doesn't she? Right?
She does.
And I know what you're gonna say, like, how the fuck did she find you? But what also is what I think is weird is Nathan says we've got to save Sam. I was like, how do you know he's alive? He just got shot in the chest.
Yeah.
How do you know he's
Yeah.
alive?
No, exactly.
No body, no crime.
What's also interesting, right? Minor aesthetic details, people. But I like the fact, and this is going to sound fucking crazy, but I like the fact, like Sam's got sweat marks under his armpits, and
You like the sweat, dear?
I like the fact that they've thought about it. You know, they've like, yeah, it's going to be sweaty. They've been running around jumping from all this
Stop
shit.
whining about
I
minor
know.
aesthetic
Stu.
details.
I know,
Stu.
but it makes it real. It makes
Clementine
it like cool.
is telling you.
Stu, are you
Stuff like that.
are you into that stuff?
I'm into that stuff.
Yeah, you look at Sam and you
Hey,
go.
everybody likes what they like.
You
He
look at
looks
Sam and you're like,
guys
oh
sweating
yeah,
and
yeah.
says-
I want to see more sweat.
Well,
That's
he's not a
fine.
bad looking
That's
chap.
totally
He
cool.
isn't a bad looking chap.
He's
to be
not.
fair.
They're all hotties.
Do you
Yeah.
play
It's
this
like,
on your own?
I
Stu?
would hang out with any of them.
Did.
And by
You
hang out, I
did.
mean have sex in a car.
Do you play this on your own when no one's around?
I
You-
do. I
oh.
do. Kay's
Let-
upstairs
do you go-
working
do you
away
go-
at a
do you-
computer.
Do you go into camera mode when
Are you going to pay a
Sam's
lot
on
of
the
money
screen?
for microtransactions?
Yeah,
Right,
pause
okay.
on
To
the
like
Sam.
get
Okay.
playable.
Stu fancies
sex
Sam.
scenes?
That's the joke here. So
That is a joke.
so
I want
yeah.
to know how far this is going to go. Would you
Uh,
download mods for Skyrim that allow you to have these guys naked in Skyrim?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, so you
Yeah.
play as
And Rafe, by the way, Rafe's got a sweat mark around his neck. As
all
well.
right, you dirty pig. Right. So you play as
Keep it in your pants there, Fowler.
Jesus. So you play as young Drake again.
Yeah,
um,
young Drake again.
And you sneak. Is it your mum's house?
No,
But he's not too
no, it
young,
isn't.
am I right?
What is it?
I think she's like a collector of stuff, and she's got your mum's stuff.
Oh.
She bought it all at an auction. I think at the beginning of the game, when you first meet young Nathan and he's with his brother, he says, "This woman's bought all of mum's stuff, and I know where the house is. Let's
I must
go
have
and-"
been. You know what? I must have been too distracted with all the sweat that's going on in the game. To
It
not
is.
pay
That's what
attention.
it is. So I
So
don't
much
really know who
sweat.
this woman is. I think she's just like a collector of
The collector.
stuff.
So you basically
Oh,
break
it's
into.
so hot.
Don't turn him on,
God,
dude.
we're-
Don't do it. Right.
I have a jug of water here, people. I'm rubbing it to my temple. Oh,
Oh,
so hot.
nice.
So
nice.
this is getting too far, right? So you break into this collector's house.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I couldn't remember what it was, but the old woman realizes they are.
Well, you're looking for your mum's journals,
Yeah,
aren't
which
you?
is-
You're trying to find a
It's always the
journal.
last place you're looking, right?
Yeah,
so
they're
then-
always. Why is it in a box under a desk? They're all in the same box.
Yeah. And the woman goes, "Oh my God, you're that woman's. I don't know what's her name.
You're Drake's kids. You're
well, no, their last
whatever
name
her
isn't Drake,
yeah,
is it?
Yeah,
They're-
yeah,
so
no,
you're
It's Kendrick.
you're Harold Bishop's kids. I can't
Yeah,
believe it, right?
Yeah,
Should
yeah.
I
And,
play
um,
it again?
And then the
Here, Sorry, I'll play it
Another
myself
reference
this
by
time. You
Duke
don't have to tell
that
me.
no one understands.
great stuff. And then, but the thing is, she had no proof. Like, they just said that's our mum, and she went,
Yeah.
"Okay, that's fine. That's all the proof I need."
No, but she probably knew she had 2 kids and 2 lads, so the chances it
Yeah,
wasn't
and
that silly.
75 people trying to scam her out of all of her shit.
Yeah, I didn't find that too hard to take. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, oh,
Well,
that's,
I know who
that's a
I'm coming to when
stretch.
I need money in 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Stu, I have to tell you, I'm actually your son.
You know what? You know what I didn't like about.
She was, by the way, she was a great voice actor. I thought she sounded great.
I was going
like,
to say. I was literally before you cut me off, going to say the absolute opposite to that.
Did you? I thought she was really good.
I thought that
Wow.
that to me sounded like a young woman playing an old woman, and I was
Really?
like,
I thought she was really good.
it just looked like that. She doesn't just get a real
What's your
old
character's
woman.
name? Do you know? Because I just get a sound sample. I want to hear from
No,
myself.
no, we can't do that.
By the way, I
short
did
show,
like-
short show.
Yeah. I did like the characterization of her sat there smoking a fag, you know,
Yeah,
like
I don't mind that, but I just
all the
thought
medical gear, but she's still
if,
smoking.
I might be wrong, but the woman who played that woman was probably in her 40s, and she sounded like she was doing a woman in her 80s.
I don't know. I thought she was really good. I thought she
need
sounded
more
a bit.
cookies.
Get a
Helen
real
Mirren-ish.
old woman, right? Just
Oh, maybe it
Yeah.
was. We don't
No,
know.
no,
They
just-
were cheap.
just go to your nearest bus stop, grab one, right, and put them in the studio. It's not hard.
Go to a library. Get someone who knows how to read.
Yeah, and then anyway, she dies. So
Not the
Yeah,
people
she
at
has
the
a
bus
heart
stop don't
attack.
so we
So
don't
she
have to
took
worry
a
about her
heart
anymore
attack.
anyway. So I'm like, oh, thank God she's died. She was annoying me. And then you run out of the house. I've come to the conclusion that the police that come to the house are the worst police.
Yeah, they were
ever.
rubbish. I just ran round
Because-
them. It's like
Because what country are we in this game right now?
America. This is in Boston. It's
Right.
in Boston.
So what do American police do very, very well?
Shoot people.
Kill
They
unarmed
shoot
black
people.
men?
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
well, that does explain because they were white. But I was just thinking,
And they are kids. They are kids.
they
to
are
be fair.
kids. To be fair, they should have shot them because
Yeah, well,
they
then they're gonna be kids running around doing whatever. Now, if it were a black kid with a candy
yeah
bar,
dead
oh god,
instantly.
dead.
but
Because
they-
he's a monster, a
With a-
super predator.
They
With a
didn't-
sticker.
Probably listens to
sticker
that drill music.
the
with a
first
stick of licorice, and they think it's a gun.
the first
Well, exactly.
like opportunity American police officers have to shoot a gun. They do.
Oh,
they
yeah.
use it, right?
Totally.
And they just didn't.
Heck yeah, they've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. They want to fire an actual weapon.
It was like, this is what I likened it to. It was like they were trying to catch a grease pig.
It was
That had
It was
got
like
loose.
in the movie Bronson, when he greases himself
Yeah.
up and the guards can't
Yeah.
hold him,
Yeah,
right?
It was like that.
But when the shock on the police officers' faces when they got on a bike, it's like they'd never seen a motorbike before. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, what is that?" So the basically the gist is we find out how Nathan got his name because they changed that. They're like, why don't we just call ourselves Drake?
Well, the mum had said that she thought that Sir Francis Drake had hers that no one knew about.
Yeah, so they
they
were
were like, well, if they've
wonderful.
got hers, why can't we be them?
them? And then that's
Dude.
that's sort of when they decide we're gonna just find old shit for the rest of our
Run
lives.
away. We're gonna run away together. Fuck that.
It's
Oh,
in our
I'm not
blood.
gonna.
Yeah.
Even though I was gonna dump you back at the orphanage, I guess I can't do that now.
I mean, normal children this age say they're going to be in the army or an astronaut, and then they change their minds. But these guys stuck to their guns, for
Yeah,
their
they
whole
did.
life.
That's right. It's in their blood.
And then we're back to modern day. We know that. So Elena knows everything now. She saves you in the river as modern day Drake, and
Yeah, she says, "You're lucky I'm here."
you're
you
lucky
twat."
I'm here. And she said, "How did you find us?" Like, just follow the shooting, which is a fair comment, really.
It is. No, I bought it.
I was like, you know what? Wherever Nathan is, there's always fucking gunfire.
There's
isn't there?
something going down
Yeah.
in there. Something shit happens.
Or a building falling over, or something.
Yeah, I
right?
just followed the falling tower that I
Yeah.
just saw.
Yeah, I just followed a
When the
massive.
guy comes to
fucking-
serve him legal papers. Where is your son? Okay, you see that church that's falling down right
Yeah.
now? He's probably under that.
Do you
Can
know-
you see,
do you
see a
know,
little
I'll
guy
be
climbing
honest.
it right now? That's Nathan.
If I'd have been
That's my
Elena,
boy.
if I'd have been Elena at this point when he said we need to save Sam, I'd have been like, "Fuck Sam, he's a
Yeah,
twat."
yeah.
Well, but it's
so-
in your blood, though.
But it did annoy me. It was like, oh, we gotta save Sam. I was like, you've just seen him get shot. I know
Yeah.
movie logic says that
And
he's
he's a
alive.
twat.
I
He's
know-
betrayed you.
No, I know in a movie or a video game, if you don't see them dead, they're not dead. But Nathan's just
No body, no crime.
that he's just took that as like real life advice. It was like, well, I didn't
Yeah.
see him die, so therefore, that's like saying, well, I didn't see Michael Jackson die, so I'm just going to assume he's still alive.
Yeah.
Well,
And
we
I
kind of
feel
watched him
like-
die for about 5 years, though.
True.
Yeah. I feel like that had
Well,
they
Michael.
just successfully got the pirates' treasure together, he would have fucked off with all of it and left Drake with nothing. Is what I'm thinking would have happened anyway. That's what I think.
He's a bit of a bastard, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he'd have shared that treasure. He'd have been out of there once he had it. He'd have been, "Fuck you, Nathan. See you later, mate."
So that's where we are. We're on chapter.
That's where we
17
are.
We're on 17, so not a lot.
And
to
the
play.
these chapters are so
Very
long. But we've only
long.
got 5 to go. 5 to go. Now.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Chinny, I hate to even bring it up, but I'm sorry if your hay fever's bothering you. Looks like maybe that's going on.
Correct.
Correct,
Okay.
Mundo.
Well,
No, it's not hay fever.
Feel
Sorry,
better
no,
soon.
it's not hay fever. It's
Oh.
I've got a cold.
Ah,
okay. Well,
cold.
sorry. you
'Cause
have a
I've had
cold.
the
I hear that
injection.
happens a lot with young kids.
I've had a.
Oh, yeah, the injection for hay fever, but
I've had
then
the
Rosa
injection
said,
for hay-
"Ha, you
yeah.
didn't get an injection for this shit."
Yeah, so I felt like pretty
Oh,
down
man.
for the last.
Sorry.
But I'm a trooper.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? I'm a
you-
trooper.
You are a trooper. You're professional. The show
So-
must continue going on. Are we doing Play My Game, bitch?
Yeah, shall we do Play My Game, bitch?
Yes.
Yeah, bitch! Yeah, bitch!
Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
Bitch!
So I actually chose this one.
You did. So, pressure's on. Pressure's on, dude.
As soon as it came out on Game Pass, I was like, "Oh snap! That's gonna be our next Play My Game." I hope it's on the console too, because sometimes they just do stuff on the PC end.
is.
But this was on the console, and so I said, "Hey guys, let's play this." And now we can all agree it's kind of a piece of shit.
I actually liked it.
What?
No, I quite like this. I got all the way up to level 5. I was like, what happens at
Chinny,
level 5?
you have to break the tie. What did you think?
I got further than Stu.
Did you? I was going to say, I got
Because
to
when
level
you-
5. I like it.
When you cap at level 5, you have to do extra missions.
That's right.
I got
was
as
like,
far-
I wanted to keep playing it.
But
I
there was
wanted to carry
there was
on.
this writer that comes to town. Because did you do the whole growing a watermelon and everything?
No, I didn't do any of that.
So
This is like Animal. I have got so many Animal Crossing vibes. I'm like, I love this game.
I grew a watermelon. I summoned a beast, and then this writer
Wow,
came to
you
town.
did loads of stuff.
See, I had no idea that any of this was in the game. I played it for like
loads in it.
half an hour, and it was like, get better ingredients. Okay, so you're a robot who runs a sushi restaurant. You press the button, and 5 plates come out. This person wants the fish. This person wants the vegetable sushi. And so you run around and deliver it.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it was for half an
hour.
Hang
on. Wait.
Why didn't they show me that in the first half hour?
Wait. I never said I liked this. I never said I liked it.
But you played a lot of it if you
on.
didn't like
Go
it.
I
fucking hated this game.
What? Why did you play so much of it then?
I don't know.
It's definitely. I loved it. I thought it was great.
You know why? You know why? Because the game starts with a little cute message saying, "We're a couple of brothers, and we just made this game. Hey, look, please like the game. First of all, well done for making a game. Well done. Like, I know it's hard, and they said it's our passion, all that sort of stuff. It's our passion to rip off Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, right? I understand.
Stardew Valley, right?
I understand.
It's not really.
But
anyway, right. But
yeah, it's sushi instead
there
of farming.
There is farming.
On,
there is
Jesus
farming because you have to plant watermelons and stuff.
I haven't done that bit.
Right.
Yet.
So anyway,
that's not the heart of the game. The heart of the game is the sushi. It's
about
the sushi.
The reason,
man.
so A, well done. You made a game. Very cute message. B, not falling for it. Fuck you, right? I don't care that you put a cute message. Say, don't be too harsh. We're a couple of brothers just making a game. That's nothing to do with me. The game's the game, right? Right.
Oh, do you know what? Though?
Yeah, but the things we own often have stories that come with them beyond the stories in them. The stories about, like, this pen contains the signature of my friend who passed away in November. Like, that's a pen that means a lot to me.
I understand that.
Right?
But this is a game that they've released to a public forum that I've played.
I know.
I'm
just saying.
Their struggle, their financial struggles, their dedication, their hard work means nothing to me, right?
So then why do we spend so much time talking about studios and developers and Peter Molyneux and stuff?
Because they're all fucking idiots. I'm not saying these guys are idiots. Right, that's
so the only developers you care about are the idiots.
No, what I'm saying is right that I don't judge a game by how hard somebody's worked on it. Right, somebody could work really hard on a game and it can be cack. Right, mega cack.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But they loved it. They enjoyed it. They're having a great time.
Yeah.
So I feel like my job on this podcast that we don't get paid for, right, is to review games minus all that stuff, to review games as what they are. And my biggest point,
it's a purely subjective experience.
My biggest problem with this game, other than I quite like the robot because he looks like the robot from Wallace and Gromit Grande. I quite like that, right?
Yeah.
But my biggest problem with this game, right, is that isn't the whole point of a sushi restaurant is that you pick it off the fucking belt yourself.
Well, yeah, but these villagers are lazy. They just want to sit.
Well, never mind that. The question is, why is it a robot? And if it's going to be a robot, I think
I want robot visitors.
The robot's not going to actually make the sushi. That wouldn't be fun for this game.
What I actually my problems with this game, to be serious now, is that the core mechanic of like running your restaurant, which is you're not really making the sushi, you're pressing a button and it just spits it out. And it spits out random versions of the sushi as well. So sometimes it's a sweet one, sometimes it's fish, sometimes it's like neutral, and some people just request.
I wasn't going to go into all this detail, but Shinny wants to talk about it.
So some people request fish, some people request like a veggie one, some blah blah blah. So the game
and
is
apparently
basically
it gets to like spicy and hearty.
Yeah,
and all
the game is basically picking up the correct dish and serving it to the right person. That mechanic is not very fun, and B, quite clumsy actually, because
it's fiddly. I mean, that's the only criticism I
when
had.
there's two people on a table, it's really difficult to put the plate to the right person. So if you put the plate to the wrong person, they eat it and they go, "Oh, this is pretty nice, but it was the wrong flavour, you dickhead." I was like, "Well, you're sitting in the wrong place, you fucking knob."
Yeah.
Right. So
I had that.
However. Okay, if we're going to talk about the robot itself, we have to talk about the best thing in this game, which was the thing I loved more than anything, and I wanted to get a sound clip of it, but I couldn't because it just wasn't available as just that sound clip.
If you say the thing,
of course I'm going to say the thing. What else is it going to be? You know what this is.
If you say the thing that I've written down is that I hated. Go on, what is it?
Of course that's it, I expect. Okay, I have to explain to the listeners. there's a mechanic in this game where for some reason when people come into your restaurant, they fall asleep. I don't know why they fall asleep. Maybe you have a gas leak that you really should be dealing with, but they don't give you the option to deal with your gas leak that's causing people to somehow just randomly nod off in your restaurant like they have some severe narcolepsy. But there's good news, because when you're running around as the robot, you have the option to press the Y button.
Yeah, little
and it
horn.
makes a little horn noise. It doesn't really sound like a horn. It sounds like and it allows you. Now, I don't have that sound clip, but I have a different sound clip that everybody loves. And I will use that sound clip as a way to demonstrate how I played this game and what it sounded like when I was playing this game. Let me be the robot and you're the customer, right? You ready? Okay, here we go. Okay. Welcome to the restaurant. Can I get you some sushi? Hey, sit down right there. Sit down right there. Go ahead. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Okay, you want the pink sushi? I'm going to bring you the pink sushi. Okay, pink sushi.
Oh my God.
And I just love the idea of people trying to eat and me standing near them, staring at them as a robot, playing this beeping noise over and over again. And it's just a nightmare. And still they're giving me 5 stars. And I broke the game.
How?
Because I asked myself, can I prevent them from leaving? I was like getting in the way of the door and going like, don't leave, wait, let's go back to your table. And 2 of them tried to leave at once and I couldn't, they jammed me in the spot.
That's brilliant.
Out of the game.
I kind of liked as well. I mean, talking about things I liked about the game. I like that you could go and buy stuff Tom Nook style from the oh my God.
I'm gonna stop
from the
now.
workshop or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they each had an effect in your restaurant. So one would give you cash, one would make them more relaxed so you had more time to serve them. One,
I think I'm gonna fall asleep during this podcast.
one there was a lamp.
I just
so
couldn't deal
it
with
made the
it.
conveyor belt like recharge quicker. So I liked all of that. I thought it was had
I,
a lot of stuff
I,
going on.
I wanted Overcooked, but Animal Crossing. I think that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
would be
where
a good
a
combination,
restaurant
actually,
where
yeah.
you've got staff and then you've got a man and you can upgrade your
Yeah.
staff and do this sort of stuff.
Oh,
The mechanic where you just grab the plate and drop it down, I didn't like at all. The other stuff, you know, like there's a bit where you've got to get a Wi-Fi aerial and then there's an influencer woman that moves in.
I can't believe how much you played this, considering you didn't like it.
Well, you know, when
What's he talking about?
when there's a
How
message
far
at the
down's
start,
that in?
when there's a message at the start of the game that says we're just 2 brothers, we worked really hard on it. I'm going to play the fuck out of that game if I'm going to criticize it.
I know, I'm amazed.
Right.
I'm just completely
If I'm-
amazed.
You know what turns up on their spreadsheets though? This guy played it a lot.
Yeah.
Let's
You know,
give
I'm
him
gonna-
more games
after-
like this.
Out of
After-
respect, if I'm going to rip the game apart, I'm going to
Oh my
say,
God.
well,
Yeah,
I
that's
played,
fair.
I played
Well,
quite a
you
bit.
definitely did.
I played it quite a
You're
bit.
not going to let anyone say you didn't play it enough.
Yeah,
After
I
5
was like,
hours, I
did you get
decided
to
I
the?
didn't like
Did you
it.
get to the bit where the Shakespeare writer turns up? Yes, I fucking
No,
did. Yes,
no,
I
I
fucking
didn't.
did do that. So
Wow.
anyway,
Yeah, that's impressive.
and
But it
also,
didn't save it for you.
no, it's I wanted
Shakespeare couldn't
to
do it.
I
What
wanted
if it
an
had been Sir
Overcooked.
Francis Bacon? Would that have worked? Would that have done it?
Play the clip.
Seriously, Sir Francis Bacon? God damn!
Another
my
reference by
God.
Duke that no one understands.
All right, come on, listeners. Someone in the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat, come on.
Listen.
Sir Francis Bacon isn't that. It's
I don't know.
It goes from Shakespeare to Bacon to whom? Is there any other writer before the 20th century I could even mention?
David
Do you know
Sausage.
who Charles
David-
Dickens is?
I know
Who?
Charles Dickens. I know. You should have
Okay,
said
good. Okay, good. If Charles Dickens showed up in this game, would that save it for you, Chinny?
no.
Shakespeare doesn't do it for you.
No.
Okay.
What about if Stephen King turned up? You know
No.
who that is.
No,
Ooh.
not even J.K.
Well, that's just
Rowling.
Alan Wake.
That would just be controversial, wouldn't it, if she turned up? Anyway,
Well.
so I feel like the core mechanic, how you make money, how you make the bunts in this game, isn't fun.
Yes. The
So
consumer
let me
looks.
let me ask
It's
you this:
not
if it
fun,
was
It's not.
like Overcooked, but then with all the other stuff that they've done, would
I'd
that
be
have
in.
saved
You're
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
making the
yeah,
food?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be in.
You should
yeah.
be making the sushi. There's
should be
no
making
reason
it.
not to be making the
You
sushi.
should be making the sushi. I thought that's what the game
Especially
was.
if you're a robot, because then it's just like pushing some buttons, like Cook Serve Delicious.
Yeah.
Like that's a cool
And
game. Use that
I'm not saying
mechanic.
I just want a cooking game, but I don't mind the other stuff. You know, you're in a village.
the
you-
heart of a
you gotta-
cooking game should be cooking. I think.
But the fact like you get like you've got to go to the coffee shop and you've got to talk to other people and they give you upgrades. So later on in the game you actually upgrade so you get a dash, so you can dash as the robot, which I thought
Right.
was useful. Because one of my criticisms was like, I need a dash, but actually the game
Yeah.
allows you to dash, but you've got to upgrade
You'll
it.
get it. Don't worry.
So yeah, there's a few.
Sit tight, buddy. You'll get your dash.
So that I think all the other stuff is fine, but the core way
Yeah.
you make money isn't fun. And every time you had to start that machine and start the restaurant, I was like, "Fuck, this is boring." Boring.
Here we go again.
I mean, interestingly, I thought, I wonder what people on Steam think about the game, because obviously I know I like it, you don't like it, Jude, but it's got very positive reviews on Steam. So
and
it's
I
very
think that's
positive.
largely because the people who, I mean, this is going to get such a different reception on Xbox than it will on Steam, because Steam has a huge community of people who are loving cozy games, and this game is cozy.
Yeah, and
It's
also
so cozy.
Whenever you, Stu, go to Steam and go, well, people on Steam's, fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, well,
Well,
general
they are
consensus
interested in
is-
one particular thing.
No.
But it's a general consensus of a self-selecting sample.
No,
It
I
is,
just,
and
I
don't
just,
get me wrong. Some are saying what you said. Some are saying it was boring and it was
Yeah.
like repetitive and a bit boring. So it's not all positive, but I liked it. You didn't, I guess.
That's fine. And a lot of people who are into cozy games are going to like this. So if
I
you're
ga- I
listening
gave it-
and you
I
like
ga-
a cozy game,
there aren't many cozy games that I enjoy. I probably Golf Story.
did you
was-
like
Golf Story.
Unpacking?
I didn't
Golf
mind
Story's not
Unpacking.
that cozy.
It is pretty cozy.
I'm talking about Unpacking. I'm talking about Stardew Valley. I'm
No, I
talking
didn't
about
like
like
Stardew.
A Little to the Left.
I don't know what that is.
Like these are cozy games. House Flipper's kind of cozy. The Sims.
Power
like
Wash.
these games where it's
Power
like
Wash.
it's not about combat. Yeah, okay,
Power
Power Wash. I mean, it's not cozy though. I mean, it also cozy games have an aesthetic of like comfort and community.
I know about the genre of cozy, but for me, cozy
Okay.
is killing people and shooting them in the face.
That's
So,
fine.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing
fine.
gives
But
me-
when most people click cozy on Steam, they're probably not expecting so much of that.
Nothing gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling than ripping someone in half.
They're
Yeah.
ripping their head off and shitting
Just
down their
chain-
neck.
Chainsawing them.
This is a man's program. You want a different kind of cozy? Go fuck
I'm afraid I did play quite a lot of it. I'm afraid it's a no from me. I do appreciate
Yeah.
it looks good. The graphics look good. There's a good game there. I like the side questy stuff. The core mechanic for me is
Just
is,
not
is a
enough.
no.
Not enough.
Yeah.
I liked it. I will probably play a bit more of this because I did.
I even extended my restaurant, by the way. It was way bigger.
Yeah. Well, I assumed that was coming at some point.
I had like a huge section
Okay.
added on.
Right.
I got two more things I need to talk about. So if we can move on from that, just let me talk about two things real quick.
Quickly before we do that, let's just talk about what we're going to
Yes.
play next week because
Okay. What are we gonna play next week?
there's a big release coming on Game Pass this week.
And it's called
Still Wakes the Deep. So I'm going to
Still Wakes the Deep. Got it.
Releases on Tuesday. So release on Tuesday.
I'm putting it in the show notes, people. Play it with us. Still Wakes the Deep.
Yeah.
Okay, I got two things to talk about real quick. One is I've started feeling like playing in Minecraft was kind of a chore because you're just building stuff all the time, and I wanted to just do other stuff in the game, right? And so I got a mod for Skyrim where you build your own house. How's that for fucking ridiculous? Makes no sense.
Hold on.
I'm tired
say,
of building stuff in Minecraft.
Say that again.
He's building
Yeah,
a house in Minecraft.
I was tired of building houses in Minecraft because it felt like a chore.
Skyrim, sorry. Did
So
you
I said,
say?
I need a break from Minecraft. And then I started playing Skyrim, and I installed a mod that allows you to
Yeah.
build your own house.
Building a house
fuck
in
is wrong?
Skyrim.
Dumbest thing I've ever done because I'm addicted to, I don't know. And here's the thing. I installed it and uninstalled some other stuff, mods, in the middle of a playthrough, and then the game broke.
course it
Man,
did.
Lydia was flying in the sky and all this stuff. And it's because I was taking mods out in the middle of a game playthrough. Like I read something that said there's no such thing as a clean save. So I had to start over again, which I had just done. And as
Start
much
it
as I love
up.
to start it up and let's start over. Nevertheless, it's
You
not,
are-
you don't want to do it right away.
You are mental.
Mental.
Dude.
I am mental,
Fucking
but it's a
mental.
cool mod, and you get to make your own house. It's called Build Your Noble Home, and it's really good. So I have this thriving village now. It's great. Two other things I need to talk about with Next Fest. One is called Aska, and this is the survival game that I played first that I really didn't love. First of all, I'm sick of Norse this and Iceland that, and all gaming things being Scandinavian. Whatever. You do have this thing where you hit Z to find resources, which is really nice, but it doesn't really help you find the resources you need. So I spent the whole first night running around looking for something I could build a fire with, and it was like very specific, and it was just, it's very detailed, it's very deep, but it's really like make a fire, make a better fire. Now make a cover for your fire. You know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I don't need to be doing 3 versions of a campfire. Thank you.
Right, Duke, and
So-
I know you want to talk about your last thing, but we've got 6 emails to do and 2 speak pipes, so I'm gonna have to stop you
Okay.
there. We're gonna have to move on.
I wanted to. So okay, that's fine.
We're gonna have to move on. We've got a lot of emails to get through, and the
was gonna move
quiz.
on when
One of
something
them's
I
a
wanna talk about,
quiz.
but-
Well,
Yes,
what am I
okay,
gonna do?
emails.
It's already been 2 hours, and we've got a lot.
Maybe
of stuff
talk
to do.
only half an hour about Drake, and then
We did.
let me
We,
talk about other
to be
games
fair,
I've
we
played
were
from
pretty
recently.
quick tonight talking about
Yes,
that.
you were. Relatively speaking, it was pretty quick. But I just feel like sometimes I have things I want to talk about, and we don't have time
Well,
for
you
it.
can
but we
save them
always
till
have time
next
for other
week.
things.
You'll still have next week.
I guess
We'll
I'll
have
have
next
to.
week.
All right. So emails. Let's get to some emails.
Whoa, that ruled.
Yeah.
First email this evening is from My Tainted Brain. He says, "Ooh,
Dude, this guy's got
and-
problems.
ooh, an email. He says, "Hey all, hey all.
Oh,
Yes.
Uh,
Hi.
First off, my thanks to Chinny for the Notion template. I've got it all
Oh.
up and working again. Thanks for that."
Yeah.
So I've been fighting a dip recently, but rather than face anything, I've been gaming, making sure to distract myself. Not the healthiest attitude, I will admit, and I don't recommend it to anyone. But well, anyway, it's
Sorry, you're going
wait
through a
minute.
dip. This too shall
Just
pass.
a
We love you.
minute. Did I read this last week? I don't know what I read this
I
already.
think he did.
I think I
I think
did.
maybe you did.
I think I did. Anyway, that's one less email to do. So
All right,
thanks
go.
for that, Tainted Brain. I didn't.
Sorry.
delete it.
Thank you, Tainted Brain. We still love you.
Uh,
Hope your dip is passing or has passed.
Yeah, indeed. This is new. So this is from Mike Post, and he says X Defiant review.
Okay.
Yes.
Divine
I already
Review
gave
says-
one. Let's hear yours.
All right, how's it going?
Fine.
Yeah.
I do enjoy Call of Duty, and I've been playing since COD 4. I have not really
Okay.
got on with the latest game. They have changed the health from 100 to 150, and the guns feel like pea shooters with laggy servers. Not enjoying
Okay.
it this time around. So I hopped onto X Defiant the other day, which is free to play, so great start. The characters held for 100, except Ghost Recon characters, which is 120, which seems a strange choice, and it
Realize that.
shows going up against him, I always lose. The game feels fresh. I like that the characters in general, or a sense, are from different Ubisoft titles, and they mesh together quite well, with each faction having its own abilities. As Duke said, the bunny hoppers are so damned annoying. There was an update a few days ago to reduce that. You experience bunny hoppers in COD, so I can deal with it. But my biggest gripe with the game is team objective game modes. I played Occupy, which is like COD headquarters, a zone that changes locations every 60 seconds, and you sit in that zone to earn points for your team. I'm an objective player. I will happily sit in the zone to get a win for the team. One
Yeah, but
game,
no one else is.
no one else's. One game, I got 12 kills, 23 deaths with 2,500 objective score,
Oh
with
God.
an overall score of out of an overall score of 3,200.
Wow.
So he got nearly all of it.
There you go.
Whilst the
course.
player at the top of the leaderboard on my team got 47 kills, 5 deaths, and only 60 objective score, with an overall
Yep.
score of 8,000, which makes no sense.
That's crazy. No, it does not. You have to reward what's important for the game mode.
Yeah, which kind of makes the game mode seem kind of pointless, if you see what I'm saying. This is not an
Unless you
incentive.
focus on the win.
Yeah, if this is not an incentive to play the objective, the guy should play the team deathmatch mode if all he wants to do is run around
Yeah.
and kill people.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
helped the team get the win, but surely I should be rewarded with more points and more XP to level up
Yes.
and
Amen.
gain
Say
access
it
to
louder
more
for the people in the
guns
back.
and other rewards
That's
or
right.
whatever. If I was
Yes.
not in that match, my team would have lost the game.
Yeah, that's right. And then they would have blamed you for not getting enough kills.
Exactly. At the end of the game, where you can give people thumbs up for match summary, I had the best capture of all time, but he had all the thumbs
Nice.
up because he had the highest
Okay.
number of kills. Yes, I
Yeah,
know it's a
well.
shooter game and shooting enemies is the main game element. I just think that objective players should be rewarded more for playing the actual objective.
Yes. Right. And especially if there's social like approbation, like kudos from other players, that totally should be going to the people who did the important work. But it depends on how you define the important work. Because if your people are looking at it as just like get the kills, then yeah, they're gonna respect other people who get
But-
the kills.
But just to say, and I'm going to play a bit of devil's advocate here.
Go ahead.
But if he
You'll be
sat on
wrong.
the objective and the other guys are killing all the other enemies, and it makes it possible for him to sit there for longer, does it not?
Well, but when you talk about sit there for longer, how long are we talking about?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, the response to that is, well, okay, yeah, it's possible that I didn't die as often because you were killing people who might have killed me. But if we all worked together and stood on the goal together, so many fewer people would get killed at all.
Well, maybe. This game is based around objective game modes, like Duke said. There isn't even a team deathmatch mode in this game.
There sort of is.
The closest is Hot Shot, where you pick up the dog tags, kill confirmed in COD. What are your thoughts on this? Please make it make sense. See you later. Catch you on the flip side, Mike.
Well, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I did like the hotshot mode, and I think they are trying to aim it sort of in a direction of objective, but it's not much of one. And I think they knew they had to give a TDM style mode if they were, I mean, you know, I wouldn't go near it if it didn't have one. So, I mean, maybe I would, but you know, that's why I stopped playing the finals, is because I want a team deathmatch and it's all objective based, and I don't do objective based very well. So yeah.
Next email this evening is from
Thanks,
Antonio.
Mike, by the way. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, thank
for
you, Mike.
writing in. Antonio.
GH Rocker.
Yeah. I'll bet GH Rocker likes this sound effect.
And he says Game Flex 0 2.0.
Doesn't mean it's a good sound effect if you liked it, by the way.
He says,
He's
hello.
talking about a song I made one time. He thinks I have some good sounds.
He said, hello, veterans. I wanted to
Yes,
email
hello.
in sooner to shout out Duke's newest track. Took me back to when he first dropped
Thank you, bud.
Game Flex 0. The
you,
reason
man.
I couldn't
That's so
respond
nice.
sooner is due to myself being a bit busy buying a house. This house
It's all
buying
good.
stuff.
You don't owe speedy responses.
Yeah, this house buying stuff got me thinking, as a saying that man would think. Can the veterans share any interesting or funny stories from the first house, the purchasing process, quirks or oddities found after purchasing? Anything? Thank you, GH Rocker.
Oh, GH Rocker, you have opened a can of worms.
Yeah, buying the first
Nobody
house.
buys a house without also buying 20 stories. They have to tell you about it.
Didn't you have a mover, Stu, that you just put it in a van and just trusted that he would turn up?
Yeah, that was the second time we moved house, and he just
The movie.
he said, well, basically we told him, it was like, oh, we're gonna we got this mover, we're a man with a van, and we just said to him, look, we're gonna organize a storage locker, and you can just stick it in there. And he's like, oh, don't worry, man, I've got a garage, I've got a garage I can stick it in. I've got somewhere I can put it. So we were like, right, and he's like, yeah, I'll only charge you 50 quid a week. And we were like, oh, that's pretty cheap compared to what we were going to pay. So we were like, okay, never thought
I
to
love the
ask
we
him.
here. I have a feeling this is a lot more stew than it was.
Well,
Kay.
it was both of us, to be fair. It was both of us. And it was funny. He turned up with this little, I mean, it wasn't even a big van. It wasn't one of the big, massive vans. It was like just a normal tranny van, you know, like, and he'd come round to price it up, and he's like, had a look at what we had, and he was like, oh yeah, it'll be this amount. And he was like, oh, that sounds pretty good. And then the day we were moving, we'd obviously boxed everything up, and there was fucking loads of stuff. And Kay's mum came, and I'll never forget. He turned up in this little white van, and she went outside, Kay's mum, and she was pacing up and down the pavement in front of his van, and she went, all of that is never going to fit in that, pointing at his van. And he was like, don't worry, love, we'll get it in, don't worry. And
That's what she said. Hey-o.
It was like Jenga. I mean, he was sticking stuff everywhere. It's like Tetris, you know what I mean? He just fit. It was like, you know, like
Or
Metal
like
Gear.
Uncharted, if you're sticking
Yeah.
stuff everywhere.
Well, it was like
Were they
Metal
sweating?
Gear. Yeah, the sweating. Metal Gear Solid, you know, where you have to fit everything in your backpack and you've got to move it all
that?
around and rotate it.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
like that moving van?
Anyway, yeah, he got everything in.
I'm upset now.
I know, yeah. He got a lot of stuff in, and he had to do 2 trips. So, but it was unbelievable how much he fit in this van. It was quite unbelievable. Anyway, off he went with it, and then he came back, filled it up again,
Getting started.
and he obviously everything was gone. Drove off, and we were never asked him where he was going with it or where he was actually storing our stuff. He just went, and we were like, "Hope he comes back when we ring him."
Yeah, really.
So anyway, 4 weeks we stayed at Kay's mum. So he had our stuff for 4 weeks. Anyway, came the day we were moving in, phoned him up, and he's like, "Yeah, no problems." And he snapped. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
snapped.
This is Chucky, right?
when he was getting the washing machine out, he snapped one of the knobs off the washing machine.
You don't want to do
Right.
that.
Jeez.
And we were like, oh my God, you broke him. And he's like, don't worry, don't worry. He was the calmest bloke I've ever met. He's like, don't worry about it.
Because he was on drugs.
So he brought everything in and then he disappeared off, went to a plumber's merchant.
More drugs.
Got a new knob for the washer, came back and fixed it. And that was,
Wow.
it was
And bought more
best.
drugs.
Best moving experience we've ever had.
He
It
brought-
was
he-
great.
He,
I'm
bro-
glad to hear it
he
went
broke
well.
your arm during the movie. He went, "Don't
did.
worry, I'll get a new
Don't
arm."
worry, I got my morphine here. I'll inject you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we've been watching Mr. Robot. Oh my God, that show bugs the crap out of me.
Isn't
Yeah.
that Remy Malek? Is that Remy
Yeah,
Malek?
it is.
Yes,
Yeah, it
he's
is.
great. I love him, but the
Yeah.
show's bad. It's got big problem. I don't know if I can say it's bad, but it's got a lot of problems.
Not a very
Anyway, we're committed to finishing the first season.
Yeah.
not a very good Bond villain, Remy Malek.
Do you know what I'm committed to?
Yeah. Well. What's that?
Finishing this week's show. Right, come on. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Well. Okay. But we had your moving story,
Go,
and
come
now
on,
I wonder
yours.
if Chinny has one or.
I
Well, do you have
moved. I
one?
moved, and that was it.
No,
Try
I
moving.
think
Try
Chili's-
try moving
Chili's-
with a pregnant woman. How about that? Try that.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And we moved
think-
during the pandemic, and we almost bought. Actually, our first house that we almost bought was like a total wreck. I made a joke about the money pit at the beginning of the survey, whatever they call it, where they inspect everything, the inspection. And at the end of it, the guy goes, "You mentioned this movie," and I was like, "Oh shit, it's really a money pit." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, well, I'm glad you had you inspected because I
Yeah.
ain't trying to live in a money pit."
I think the funniest story from Chini's moving, he's having to keep taking his front window out to get stuff in and out of his house.
There you go.
I really tried to put that settee
Go
in,
find that story.
but yeah, funny, funny stuff.
Funny
Funny
stuff.
stuff.
Moving's never easy, Antonio. It doesn't matter how you do it.
No, it is not.
No, it isn't.
And it's one of the most stressful things we go through, right? They talk about divorce, new job,
New baby.
moving. Like those are new baby. Yeah, these are going to be very stressful parts of your life. It's a
Don't-
rite of passage.
don't-
Learn as
don't
much as you can
move
from it.
house with
This
a-
too shall pass.
with a pregnant woman. Just don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
or during a
probably a
pandemic,
bad
if you can help
idea.
it.
Bad
No.
idea.
Yeah.
But thank you, Antonio, for that
Thank you,
email.
Antonio, and thank you very much for your kind words about the track. I really do appreciate it, and it's actually good to have a delay because sometimes it's great when you release the thing or you drop it, as the kids say, but then that kind of wears off. So hearing more praise now is like, yeah, my ego is like, yeah, give me that praise, thank you.
Next
And I
email.
said that. Sorry. One more thing. I said this is about Tainted Brain. I said he had problems because he actually promoted the latest Sincast. It got kicked off of Facebook for some reason. They said it was spam, and I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I said, well, there is a thing, and it's out there. I can't give you the link apparently, and so he shared the link on Threads, and I just thought that was so nice of him. So I really appreciate that, Tainted Brain, and I hope, like I said, your dip has passed. Next email, Stu.
Okay. Next email this evening is from Jason. And
Is
he
this the quiz?
says, no. He
'Cause
says,
this would be funny if Jason made a quiz. It was like, which is poopy, a toilet or tomorrow? It's like, what
know-
the fuck? How are we supposed to answer that quiz?
do you know what would be funny? If I actually read the email, that would be funny.
Yeah, it would be funny because
It
he's a
would
funny
funny
guy. Go ahead.
If I could read
Yeah.
the email.
ahead, go
So
for
he
it.
says, so he said, I saw you. I saw you. It
Okay.
says, hey, veterans, happy Father's Day.
Hey,
I have a
happy
question.
Father's Day, Americans.
I have a question for you, perverts. What kind
Ooh,
of
is it about
weirdos?
sweaty Nathan Drake?
Maybe. What kind of weirdos meet online and then hook up? The veteran gamers, that's who. You guys should start your own Tinder app for the freaks out there. Swipe right if you want Bongo to buy you a drink. Swipe up if you
Yeah.
want a belly rub from Stu. Or swipe down if you want to share biscuits with Chinny. I don't know. Glad to hear you guys had a good time. Update for Duke. Keith Gill now owns 9 million shares of GameStop. So to all the dicks in the news crime pump and dump, suck it. And just out of curiosity, you should check in on the old smelly store this week. By Friday, things should be golden. The meeting was rescheduled for Monday at 10 a.m. I tried to attend Friday's meeting, but it was rescheduled due to the internet not being able to handle the extraordinary number of attendees. Things are looking up. Power to the players.
You know what?
Jason.
They've been saying that for years at this point. Like, it really has been years. And I mean, I'm not going to say that they're not doing some important things, but I'm just so tired of it. It's a meme. It just, at a certain point, you got to let it go, man. Goose burps ain't so hilarious anymore in 2024.
So, Duke, for the next
That's just my
email,
opinion.
have you got a sexy sound clip? Something sexy. What have you got?
I do. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Am I playing it now or under the
Yeah,
email
play it now.
while you're
Play it now.
talking?
Ready for
okay,
the
I'll play it
email.
now.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Right.
sexy enough. I got a
So,
little laser. Would that help? No,
Stephen Pemberton has emailed in. He says,
oh yeah,
sexy voice. Sexy voice. Sexy
Yeah.
voice. He says, over the last few weeks, I've been trying out the dating apps in the hope of meeting friends. I moved to Cornwall and it's very quiet here. Anyway, I haven't had any luck with the apps as of yet. But over the last few weeks, I have started to fall head over heels with the sexy sounds of Stu's voice.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's Jacinta's voice I enjoy.
Oh.
Her Australian accent. And I would, if I lived closer, ask her out for a date.
Well, are we just like a middleman
Apparently.
Tinder here?
Apparently. Maybe for cocktails. There's a place near me that does Cherry Bakewell cocktails. Jacinta, I don't know if that would be your thing, haha. Or maybe you could choose something. I most probably would go anywhere or do anything. Maybe you'll go to Australia. I mean, maybe we'll go all the way there.
Why not?
I'm aware that this isn't gaming related, but also a fun thing to put out there, or maybe a bit strange. Hope you reply soon. Haha.
The thing is, what I remember about Jacinta is, and she's said this publicly. I don't. Hopefully, she doesn't mind me saying. I know that she's bisexual, right? And also, I'm pretty sure that she emailed in or sent a speak pipe saying she's done with men. So the fact that she lives in Australia, she's done with men, it doesn't bode well.
Well,
what I'll
maybe
say.
Stephen's the person who changes that. Maybe he's the person.
Maybe. Look. I don't want to speak for her. She's her own woman. She's an independent woman.
She is.
I'm just saying, as a defense lawyer now, she has clearly stated that she's done with men.
Yeah, well, I'm going to make a reference here, and maybe only Jacinta will get this. I'm not sure you two have seen this show, but we've been watching Colin from Accounts season 2.
No one's ever seen that show.
And, that's a relationship that shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? But it does. So who knows? And look, stranger things.
Stephen, we're not a dating app, okay?
Anyway, he does say games I've been playing.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Nice.
My favorite game on the PS5 so far, brilliant. Alone in the Dark is also quite good. I feel like I should have played this when I was just like, it just passed me by completely.
Which Alone in the Dark was that?
They brought a new one out not that long ago. It's got the dude from Stranger Things in it. So it's got the sheriff from Stranger Things, is it?
And the monsters from Stranger Things.
Is it David Harper? Is that his name?
Yeah, David Harbour. Harbour, isn't it?
Harbour.
Does he play Hopper? Is that the character's name?
He does.
Harper,
he does.
Yeah.
And do you know he was married
Save
to?
11 with the power of frozen waffles.
Lily Allen is married to
that show really lost its way, man.
He's married to
that
Lily.
Show had a lot of potential.
Lily Allen.
Lily Allen.
I don't know who Lily Allen is.
Quite a famous singer in the UK.
Yeah, she's a British singer. She sang like.
I don't listen to singers.
Her brother stars in Game of Thrones. Actually,
Alfie.
You know the kid who gets his knob chopped off.
That's correct.
You're gonna have to be more specific. It's Game of Thrones.
No, the one who.
There's a character who gets his knob chopped off. Dude.
Yeah, he does. The psycho dude keeps.
Wait a minute. Aren't there a whole bunch of eunuchs in that show?
No, but like there's a bit where he actually gets his knob chopped off.
Well, he gets him erect.
I know. I'm just saying. It is. Okay, stop. I don't need to keep hearing about people having their genitals mutilated. I was making a joke, and I don't want to hear about knobs being chopped off over and over again.
That's Lily Allen's brother.
Alfie Allen.
Okay, great. Maybe we should move on. I'm so glad we didn't have time for talking about that.
His whole knob.
This is very important to keep talking about knobs being chopped off.
Okay, keep going.
Oh, knob gets chopped off.
Keep going.
I've tried. You and Thingy Greyjoy, isn't he? Is called.
Yeah. All right. We moved on. Come on, Stu.
Anyway, it says catch you guys again soon.
Show sometimes.
Do let me know when you finish your next book. Have you heard of BookTube? YouTubers review self-published writers. I watch my book reviews, and that might help you get your books out there.
That's not a bad idea. I
good idea.
Into it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the recommendation.
There's also.
I got so much stuff to do to actually get the next one out.
I was listening to a podcast, and there was a publisher of books on there, and they only publish video game books, like books about or stories around video games and stuff. And I tried to remember it, but I'll see if I can dig it out for you. So I was like, oh, maybe
That's cool. I appreciate it. I appreciate the heads up. I just hope people like what I write. At this point, the whole trying to get publishers to pay attention to me, I'm just like, I don't want to even spend the time, to be honest. I'd rather be writing.
Chinny, good to see you making snooker videos again on the channel.
I am. Yeah, yeah.
Hope Rosa is getting on good.
She's coming on. She's coming on that.
Coming on. She is. She's very cute.
Well, she can roll everywhere now. So today she was
only in one direction apparently.
Only in one direction. She rolls over her right shoulder, but she can roll fast now, Stu. She was rolling today and she was fucking going. Like I put her down.
It is funny now. That's what she gets. Does. So let's do this.
She loves it.
Stu, thanks for being my go-between, asking the gloriously sexy sounding Jacinta out for me. If nothing else, hope it's made you smile, Jacinta, or cheered you up if you had a bad week. See, he's lovely, Stephen. He's lovely. Thanks, Steve. So there you go, Jacinta. Let us know what you think.
I missed something.
You did miss it, yeah. So basically, Steve said.
And I can absorb.
How can you miss that?
No, he missed it. He walked. No, he walked out.
I was away from the mic. Sorry, I had to take
it. He basically said he really likes Jacinta's voice. Can you ask her out for me? Even though she's in Australia, even though she's not into men at the moment.
I was going to say I don't know how publicly this is broadcast. I said you might be chasing a certain.
Well, Jacinta said this herself. She's bisexual, and also she's done with men. So
yes,
I said
that's what I wanted to make sure. I've heard her say that, and I was like, yeah, I want to say that, but I didn't know if I had the authority to say it. So thank you for saying
it.
Well,
you might not have had it, but I said it anyway.
Yeah, we just said it. Whatever. We can give our opinion. We can give our opinion.
Hope that's okay, Jacinta.
Yeah. Well, what's going to be wrong with it? We just read his email.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, sometimes people want to broadcast their.
You need another soundbite. You need it. Can I just say, you need another soundbite that says, Dukey's overthinking too much again.
Okay, well, I'd much rather overthink something like this
because
I would never want to out someone.
No, because that's what Jacinta. No, it's Jacinta's
students
business,
who can't be out.
That's Jacinta's
business. Been very open about it in emails.
Yes, you're right, Stu. It's probably not a big deal, but I choose to err on the side of caution because I have students who cannot be out.
Okay, move on.
If that causes you distress, no, this is very important. I'm sorry. If that causes you distress, that I have students who can't be out, that's not my problem.
It's not my fault. You can't remember what Jacinta said to us. That's not my fault.
He did remember. He did remember.
You're right. Go on.
He did remember. He just didn't want to say.
Let's move on. There's no pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. Let's keep moving.
There definitely isn't tonight.
I tried.
Okay, cool.
Wow. Anyway, Jesus Christ, it was just a bit of a funny email. Anyway.
Okay.
I wish we hadn't brought it up. He didn't even need to know about it. He wasn't there. Okay, we're from a silent game. We have got the Portal quiz this week. He has sent it in.
Yay, Portal quiz. Thank you for all the quizzes. We really appreciate them. And there's quizzes within quizzes.
Yeah, there is. So let's see what we get this week. So he says, hi, Stu, Chinny, and Duke. Here we go. Question 1 of 5.
Yes.
Which of these is a corporation in Portal? So is it A, Vault-Tec, B, Abstergo Industries, C, GAD Science Incorporated, or D, Aperture Science? No.
They started off with the toughest question.
He did, but he's just easing us in. He's easing us in. So I think we all know this is D, don't we?
Yes,
we all know this is D. Aperture
Vault-Tec.
Science.
Oh, no, you're right. Aperture Science, yes. Vault-Tec is from Fallout.
Abstergo is from Assassin's Creed, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
GAD Science, I'm not sure.
Mario.
Is that Mario?
Oh, is it Mario? Okay, cool. We got you covered, or rather, you chose one from each of our loves.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, that we are correct on all counts, and the answer is D, Aperture Science. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Which of these is a robot in Portal? So is it A, Claptrap? Is it B, Wheatley? Is it C, Marco Dragic's robot? Or D, Wrench Jr.? So, yeah, I think we're all agreed. It's B, Wheatley. Will we all be agreed on that?
Yes, of course. Wheatley for the win. I really feel bad. I'm very apologetic.
Claptrap, as we know, is
Borderlands.
Come on, everybody, kick me out. I'm dancing.
I'm dancing.
Marko Dragic's robot. I have no clue what that is.
That's
Any-
Red Dead. It's the robot in Red Dead.
Ah,
The
okay.
robot in Red Dead.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a robot in
In
Red,
Red
Dead.
Dead 2, the top of the map, there's a scientist and he makes a robot. You go back a few times and then
That's right, I
eventually
remember you talking about
the
that.
robot
that's
kills
cool.
the guy who made he kills his
Yeah.
owner, and then he runs away and
Yeah.
flees away, and then you can find him on top
That's
of a very
right,
snowy
that's right.
mountain, and he's sorry.
Yeah.
Basically, he's sad that he killed the human.
Yes.
And finally, D Wrench Jr.
I have no idea.
No, I don't know
Ratchet
what
and
that is.
Clank.
Could be Ratchet and Clank, actually. That's a good shout.
It's a good franchise for
That's a
robots.
good shout. So we were right on all of them, apart from D, which is Wrench Jr., which was from Watch Dogs 2.
Fuck
so
I
off.
played that last year.
I wanted to like that game. I really did not like it.
Okay, which of these men scribbled writings on the wall in Portal? So which of these men?
Okay.
Was it the Eggman, the Elusive Man,
no.
the Rat Man, or, and this could be the giveaway, the G-Man?
It's not G-Man's Half-Life, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah, but
we don't know for
that's
sure,
who
'cause
it
there's
is.
a crossover.
Yeah,
we know
that
about
is
Black
who it is.
Mesa at.
No,
Oh, is it
it's
the
not-
Rat
no,
Man?
it's the
No,
Rat
it's the
Man.
Rat
It's
Man.
the Rat
It is the
Man.
Rat Man. You're right.
No, I know,
I
I know. But what I'm saying is, we don't know exactly who wrote them.
No, but
Yeah.
He's referred
Alright
to as the
then.
Rat Man, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. You're right.
It could
is
well.
that.
Like,
I nearly
refer
got
to it as the
tricked
G-Man.
then. I nearly got tricked by the G-Man being there. Because it's the same universe, isn't it? So, you know, it was a good
It is
it was
the
a good
same
throw.
universe. They're neighbors,
Eggman.
man.
Eggman
Maybe
isn't
Black
isn't
Mesa.
that
That's
Dr.
from
Robotnik?
Front 242, the Headhunter.
Yeah.
Oh
Isn't
no.
that Dr. Robotnik, isn't it from Sonic? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Elusive Man is obviously
Mass Effect,
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
G-Man is Half-Life, as you pointed out. And we think it's the Rat Man. And the answer is the Rat Man. And G-Man's Half-Life.
Yeah.
Elusive Man is the Mass Effect. And Eggman is Sonic the
Effect.
Hedgehog, also known as Dr.
Yeah.
Robotnik.
Is that
Question
4 for 4? We're 4 for 4, is it?
No,
oh,
3
no, this
for
is
3.
4. Okay, that's
3
3
for
for 3.
3.
Okay, gotcha.
Which of
We'll get
these
this one too.
is a quote in Portal? Hey, why don't you come down here and join us? There's room for one more. It's a party down here.
Okay.
Is it
No, I know what that is. Yeah.
B? Well, now that's more than enough lecturing for a birthday party. Go on and enjoy yourself. Or is it C?
Nope.
Uh-oh, sounds like we've got some new friends coming to the party. Or is it D? There was even going to be a party for you, a big party.
Yes.
That's all your friends were invited to. Yeah, well, that's the answer.
With cake, of course.
With cake, there's
The
going to
cake
be
was allowed.
cake.
Yes.
Right, the other ones, though.
And there
that's
is a
what-
cake at the end of the game. You just don't get to eat it.
Yeah, you just don't get to eat it.
Yeah. So
Hey,
cake is
why
not
don't
allowed.
Hey, why don't you come down here and join us then, Chinny? Where's that from?
It's the third chapter in Gears of War when Baird and
Oh my
Cole
goodness.
are underneath.
Wow, that's
the
impressive
bridge.
that you got that.
That
It's a
is
fucking party
impressive.
down
That's
here.
impressive.
Not
Yeah.
just got the game, it's the chapter
Yeah.
title. Of course, he could be bullshitting. Maybe it's chapter 7, but he looks cool if he
Well,
says
there's only
chapter.
5 chapters in Gears of War 1, so
There you go.
That would make it
Uh,
amazing if it's chapter 7 then.
yeah.
Okay, so the second one, well, now that's more than enough lecturing for a birthday party. Go on and enjoy yourself. What's that from?
Is
No
that
idea.
Heavy Rain? Is that there's a birthday party in Heavy Rain?
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe if that is right,
I mean,
Duke,
that's
I am
Isn't
impressed.
that where he
If that is
loses?
correct,
I would hope that's not right. I don't want to know something about Heavy Rain.
I know that's impressive if you've got that. And
Fuck
see,
Heavy Rain.
sounds like we've got some new friends coming to the party.
That's Die Hard.
Oh.
He's
Oh.
like, hey, we got some friends to the party, pal. No, I'm
I
just
don't-
kidding. The line from Die Hard is "Welcome to the party, pal."
Don't know that.
Don't
one.
know. This
It's
is
just a
good
joke.
though. These are tough, but
Is
I
that
like
a
it.
reference that no one will understand?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'll watch
Well,
that.
I mean, the answer to the Portal question was not tough, but the other meta questions are tough. Yes, go on.
Yes, Kachini is correct. A was Gears of War, and it was a quote by
Yay.
Damon Bard.
Was it chapter 3?
It doesn't say, but he says when Marcus and Dom find
We
out
need to know.
Bard and Cole are in the sewers.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, now that's more than enough lecturing for a birthday party. Go on and enjoy yourself. It's from Fallout 3. And it's a
What?
quote by
Oh, yes, of course.
James,
Oh,
Father
I'm
of
so
the Lone
ashamed. My
Wanderer.
ancestors. I have disgraced my ancestors.
Yeah.
Oh, I should
Uh,
just throw this Fallout bobblehead away.
After getting told off for getting into a fight with Butch. And
That's right. Butch started it. Let's be very clear about this.
right. And then
But the tunnel snakes rule. Sorry.
sounds like we've got some new friends coming to the party. Is a quote by Tank Dempsey from Call of Duty Zombies. When
Okay.
noticing a Nova Crawler.
Antonio would get the zombie quote.
And finally, we were correct, obviously, with GLaDOS. With the answer
That's
to
4
D.
for 4.
Five
five for
of
five.
five. Here we go. Which of these non-existent desserts should be the non-existent party in Portal? Should be at the non-existent
Come on.
party in Portal. Okay, we're ready. Here we
Let me
go.
think.
A. Chili fruit cake. B. Fancy lad snack cakes. C.
Oh, that's from
Pink
Fallout.
cake. Or D. Black forest cake. It's a black forest
interesting. I
cake,
don't know if
isn't
they
it?
specified
it's a black
in the
forest
lyric.
cake.
It's
yeah.
a black forest gatto, isn't it? That's what
It's
it
a black
is when
forest
you see
gatto,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I
think.
don't, what was the C?
It looked to me like a chocolate cake, but that shows what I know.
What was C?
Well, black forest gatto is a chocolate cake.
Yeah,
so that's what it is.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying I didn't know what kind of chocolate cake it was.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
a
looked
cherry.
Like
It's
a
a
chocolate.
Black
cherry that
Forest-
gives it away.
The chocolate cake.
Yeah, it's a cherry.
I mean, I
that
know
gives
that
it
there
away.
is a Black Forest chocolate cake. I just
Do you know what
And
a
it has-
cake?
Anyway,
Do you know what a cake
It has cherry
I've heard
liqueur
of
in it.
cake, but I've
Chocolate
never
and cherry
eaten
liqueur.
What was C?
I can't imagine Gladys would put
C-
cherry liqueur into a cake.
C was pink cake.
Pink cake? No, don't know.
Pink cake.
B,
B
you
was
said Fallout, did you say?
There's a cake. Yeah. It's Fancy Lad Snack Cakes is Fallout.
chili
I mean, there
fruit
is a
cake.
pink
Was
cake.
chili fruit cake?
What's the pink cake, Duke?
I think there is a cake in Minecraft, but I don't know that it's pink. It might be.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I
okay.
don't think
Anyway.
it's pink in Minecraft. I don't know.
Chili fruit cake is the only other one. Any
I
ideas?
have no idea what chili fruitcake is.
Chili fruit cake.
No.
Right, let's find out how close we were.
Let's find
We were
out.
completely correct with Black Forest cake. This is what the cake is depicted as at the end scene credits. Pink cake is from Stardew Valley, Duke.
What?
Jesus
I didn't get
Christ.
much into the cooking in that, so
Oh,
sorry. Talk to me about the
Chinny.
squashes. Okay.
Wow.
Chinny.
Uh-oh.
You should have got A because you've been playing this game lately quite a bit.
Wow.
Chili
Go on.
fruit cake is a recipe in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the
Are
Wild.
you fucking? Do you know how hard?
What
it
is
is?
it?
Come on,
matter with
Chinny. You
you,
used to be
Chinny?
cool, man.
Do you
I
know?
used to know everything there
Do
was
Do you
about
know
to
how
about
hard
Nintendo
it is
games.
to fucking
Jesus.
find ingredients in Zelda?
Jesus Christ! What is the matter
Well,
with
well,
you?
Keep
because-
breaking.
If you'd have let me talk about Zelda, which I wasn't allowed to this episode, you'd have found out how I'd
Yeah,
been,
we really got to be done with the show quickly because
how I'd
we
be
can't drag it out.
Get-
We really need to finish this up.
I'd
All
be-
right, I'm done.
how I'd be getting on with the cooking, and it's a fucking nightmare. But I can't talk about it because I'm not allowed.
Anyway, B, Fancy Lad Snack Cakes is from the Fallout universe. Well done, Duke. Right, on that note, we
Yes.
have got some. But thank you very much for that, Silent Gamer. We did
Yes,
enjoy
thank
the
you.
quiz
Appreciate
as
that. We
always.
love your emails.
The quiz
And we love your speak
meta quiz.
pipes.
Meta quiz. We like the
Yes.
meta quiz. Talking
we
of
do.
speak pipes, that is next. So let's do the speak pipes.
Pipe, it's the way to leave a message for us.
I don't
All
think
right,
I
this
don't
is 120.
I don't think we should have talked about games we played at all this episode. It's going on forever,
No,
isn't it?
it has. By the way,
I don't think we should talk about games during this
No, I
episode.
just don't think we should do it. Stephen Pemberton, stand by your bed, stay calm, but there is a Jacinta.
Don't
speak
stand
pipe.
by your bed. That's the worst place to stand there.
Yeah, we don't want to encourage any kind of creeping. I'm not saying he was being creepy. I'm just saying there's always
No.
the potential.
All right.
So whatever.
I
Anyway,
don't need
Jacinta,
stand
tell
by your
us
bed.
what's
It's
up.
just saying, isn't it, to get ready. Oh.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's,
I'm
it's
just
from
saying.
the army. It's from the army when they do inspection. That's where it comes
Okay.
from.
Here's the speak pipe.
Hi guys. Ended
Hi.
up calling my dog Suki because Suki is apparently pronounced without the U, so Ski is kind of like
Yee.
a bit of a weird dog name from my perspective.
is a weird
so
dog.
Suki is kind of close. Anyway, it's not a secret. She's amazing. People say dogs are really good for your mental health, but like they seriously are. So my latest version of self-care has been cuddling the dog, playing Elden Ring, and listening to
Yay.
very old episodes of Veteran Gamers podcast. And yeah, so I'm in this weird like limbo where I'm listening to like old episodes, but then also just recently listened to the new episode. And it was weird because in the last episode that I'd listened to that was older, Tinny and Stu had just meet up in London, and even Millie was like, "Why the hell did you drive to London?" And you know, Tinny's doing his dirty 30, and Duke's still obsessed with Skyrim and Rocket League and playing Conan Exiles, and Stu has just finished Uncharted 4 for the first time.
That's
and
funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so then I
crazy.
listened to the more recent episode, and it's been 5 years since you guys meet up, and
And
that
nothing's
made me
changed.
really sad. And I don't know why, but I'm glad that you plan to do it more. Yeah, but just thanks so much for like providing so many years worth of content, because it really is nice to just have people randomly babbling in the background while you play games. Yeah, love you guys.
Oh,
And Duke, I listened to your latest podcast. That was really good. So thanks for that too. All right. Bye.
Oh, Jacinta.
oh, that
You're
was
so
cute.
nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we love you, Jacinta. And we're
We
glad that
do.
this, first of all, hang on a second though. Endlessly babbling, us? She
Yeah.
clearly meant to send that to a different podcast. We do not babble endlessly.
No,
here.
no, we can't
We
babble
have
endlessly because
constricted
Stu bans us from
conversations that
talking
are
about.
focused on
I try and get focused.
laser focused discussions that are efficient and stripped down to their bare essentials. We only talk about the things we must talk about. on
If
this
only
show.
that were true.
So,
if only
The
that
accusation,
were true.
Jacinta, the implication. No, I'm so happy to know. I hadn't talked. I've done a Syncast. It's just me babbling for 2 hours about the world, but also my friend Garrett who passed in November, and like it, I just went everywhere with it, and it's really. I really appreciate people saying nice things about it, but I couldn't listen to it because it just feels so lost and rambly. But I'm glad some people are liking it. I hope you actually like it and aren't just saying that to be nice. But it is very nice of you to say that. So yeah, if people want to hear 2 hours of me just talking, oh God, do not do that. I can't imagine why anyone would want to
Yeah,
listen to
why?
it. It's out there.
Can I just say
Yeah, I
we've
know,
got the
right?
most random comment on Twitch.
Most random comment.
Someone's put,
Sweet. What does it say?
Is this the Roblox stream where everyone listens to Crazy Town? Question mark.
Yes.
That's
We're all here
us.
for Crazy Town.
That's
Won't
us.
you take me to Crazy Town?
Woo.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have got
All
another
right.
speed
So we
dial.
got another speak by. Yes, we
Tight-
do. And I'm
tight
going to refresh
show.
the window now.
Tight.
Absolutely essential.
Tight slick.
Saint Diesel.
Hey, Veteran Gator, it's St. Diesel back again. Got a question this week, which is probably more suited to Chinny because of his job, but I'm sure all of you can chime in on it. This year, I've been watching a lot of training videos at work, and of course, I usually watch a lot of videos online, mostly YouTube. But most of them, if not all of them, have got what I consider unnecessary background music.
Oh.
A lot of the training videos I've watched at work, some of the music in the background seems to be almost as loud as the speech. But I just wondered what your opinion was on that. Do you think background music's a good idea when people are speaking? Personally, I'd rather not have any at all. I find it intrusive and irritating, but thinking of what Chinny does for his job, does he always think about putting background music in, or does he ask the people who's creating the videos for? I wasn't quite sure on that, but there you go. What's your opinion on background music in videos where people are speaking? And I'll leave it at that.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, I suppose this is my territory, isn't it? So
It is your territory.
So
Sit up, fix up, look sharp.
So what I say is, we make great videos, and then customers come along and ruin them. Right? That's what I always say. So
That's what web developers also say.
It depends what type of video you're making. If you're making a training video, which is the purpose of this video, I always say, what is the purpose of the video? If you're making a training video, which is to inform, educate, and train people up for whatever is needed, really that
Provide
format,
information.
that format needs to be informative. It needs to be concise, not like this show, and it needs to be clear. It needs to be clear, right? So
Unlike this show.
musical intervals, different chapters, clear graphics. You're not going for fancy bells and whistles here. You're going for informative, clear. Same as when we make animations that are for educational purposes. Clear
What about
graphics.
animation?
They don't have to be fancy animations. They just have to do the job. With certain videos that have people talking and background music, usually they are, say for example, we do a lot of case studies at work. So that's where we've got a very, very large customer. They have their customers are based all over the UK, all over the world actually. So we usually go into their our customers' premise, and they make forklifts, right? So they say, oh, we want to see our forklift in this new factory. So we'll film the forklift. We'll do some drone stuff. We'll interview some people
Sounds
saying,
exciting.
these forklifts are fucking great.
And for a video like that, you might use music like this.
Sexy and I know it.
So
show the forklift backing up.
So the music has to be sort of there, but for the interview bit where the guy goes, "Oh, I fucking love those forklifts," it has to be dipped down.
And it says not an actor flashing on the
It has to be mixed properly, so you have to dip it down. You have to make sure that the voice is dominant. Also, you have to make sure the interview is concise. So it is. But also, the problem with music is it's so subjective. So I've got a particular customer. I always know what he's going to say. He's always going to want rock music on his videos because he loves rock music.
Maybe something like this.
Concise show, and then but then like other customers are like not that bothered. Some people just don't like the sort of music, and then they change. I've got a customer that says don't like this music. She always says this, right? She goes, she's lovely. She's lovely, by the way. I really.
She doesn't say, "Can't we get some different music?"
No.
She says, "Don't like this music."
No, she does say that. I really get on with her really well. She's lovely.
This
right?
Mike is shit.
No. I say she says she usually says love the video, hate the track, right? And then I just put any other track on, or I'll get somebody else. Just put any other track on.
She just shoots one thing down automatically.
So I think what happens a lot, and this isn't just her. What happens a lot with a lot of people is like they just want to change something to show that they've done something, right?
That's so weird.
I know it's so weird, and we have to deal with it every day. And we've got this new girl.
So here's the next question, then, Chinny. Do you then start using music you don't want to use for the first thing you send, knowing that they'll have demand a different music? You put the music you actually want to put
assume that I'm so attached to these tracks that I don't. You know what I mean? Because we pay for.
It's got to be Firestarter, man. Look at that forklift. How do you not look at the forklift and not think?
We pay flames coming out of the back of it.
We pay a license for a portal that where artists upload their tracks that you can use. So it's like you can't just use.
You have a portal?
You can't just use like Firestarter, for example.
Yes, okay.
But like
it has to come from this certain bank, which has abracadabra and freeze frame.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it, right? And we have to filter. We have to filter like mood, so it's like fucking relaxed mood, whatever. Okay. Anyway, we've got a new woman who works for us. She's really talented. She's quite young. She's like she's the same age as my niece, which is really annoying. Like niece and nephew, you know, Jimmy and Madeline. She's the same age as them, which makes me feel so old. And I'm like, oh my god. Anyway,
you do.
I say to her like she's getting this now. She's getting this now where these comments make no sense, and I'm like, I get it, right? I get that they don't make sense, right?
Patton Oswalt had a bit about that when it comes from Hollywood.
I understand. I understand they don't make sense, and some people. And she says, "Why would you say that and then not provide an answer?" I says, "I get it. I get it. You are not wrong, right? But this, and you'll learn this as you get a bit older." Most people are fucking idiots, man. Like they're just crazy, right?
Yeah, George Carlin said it takes about 5 seconds to figure out. Wait, he's full of shit.
Yeah, and then we have some customers that are brilliant. They get it. Do you know what I mean? They go, you know what? I totally get it. Yeah. And then some customers
Here's what I want.
Who are lovely. We've got customers who are lovely but give the worst feedback, and you're like, what are you talking about? So to answer your question,
the customer's always right. You got to do what they want.
Yeah, you got to.
Now here's the next thing I'll say about it, and this is the last thing I'll say, Chinny. If you want to use Start It Up in one of those videos, you have to put
Can you imagine it?
I will provide it to you. I will provide it to you without the need for you to pay royalties.
No royalties.
And I dare you to give it to that woman who always shoots down an idea.
I want
you to sell it. I want you to be like, this is the next up and coming rap.
She doesn't live.
She'll be like, I like this.
She doesn't live. She doesn't live that far away from me. I feel like she would come round my house if I use that chat. She's like, what? She's like, Mike,
and where can I get more?
Mike, can we have a chat? Can we have a chat?
You know, talking of feeling old, at work the other day, Ricky Martin came on Living La Vida Loca, right?
Woo, Living La Vida.
Here we go. I said to Chloe at work, I went, oh, God, do you remember this? Bloody Ricky Martin, whatever happened to him? And she's like,
oh, yeah.
I've never heard this before in my life.
He's still making music.
And
What?
I was like,
She had never heard it.
What?
Oh,
Right?
man,
And she's
that's
like,
crazy.
who's Ricky Martin, right? And I'm like, how can you not know who Ricky Martin is?
Think of that.
And then she
I know,
went,
right?
Then she went, when did it come out? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me have a look. 1990. I was 2.
Yeah,
I was 2 when this
Oh,
came out.
sake.
I'm like,
Yeah, well,
shit, I feel old.
Honestly, the games. This is bringing it back to games now.
I was 2.
We got another chap. And by the way, this chap that I'm talking about now will feature on this show. By the way, that's a because he's going to be our Gen Z consultant, right?
Oh, nice! I like that.
yeah.
So
Like that.
what
We
I'm
need
gonna
that.
do,
We need that. We're old.
what I'm gonna do, because I'm recommending him games that banger after banger. The games that I'm recommending. No, not him. No.
I don't know why you're bringing people on the show at all. You're trying to wrap it up quick.
Oh, jeez. It's like
You don't have to talk to me. Keep going.
It's like you've summoned him. You're like, oh no.
Just keep going. I'm
Anyway.
just sitting here
Oh my
watching.
God.
Right. So I'm scared now because Business Bob's going to shoot me down, right? And
Oh.
so he's going to feature. You know, I'm recommending banger after banger, Stu. So I'm recommending
Right.
all these games that Red Dead and all. He's never played Red Dead, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
right?
all these old games. Like
Right.
he do,
Who
does
hasn't
it
played
hold
Red
up?
Dead? Idiots. That's who.
So I recommend him the Uncharted series. So he's going to give me his opinion, and I'm going to add it
I like
onto
this.
the Uncharted as a Gen Z consultant.
He's gonna love it. The kids today are all into the
Well, this is interesting.
action-packed
This is-
stuff
this
with the
is-
blowing up.
This is interesting because obviously, because we're old,
Yeah.
we think everyone's played these games because they're amazing. But a lot of the time,
Yeah.
the people have never even heard of these games when you tell them.
New
you're
fresh markets for us to sell them
Yeah,
to. Same
they're
game.
like, well,
Send it
what
out.
is that? I've never
So-
heard of it.
so-
Graphics better look good. Ain't no candles going on with Prince of Persia. You hear me, Jordan Mechner?
So Bob, why are you here? What's going on?
People talking about important things. I'm gonna turn up once in a while and talk about important things. What's important?
Making
The
money?
speak pipes are finished with. Making them, of course, that's the only thing that's important, except for you weirdos. You don't make any money off of this, and people still send you money. You don't know what to do with it. Oh, we got a Patreon. Give us some money. And then what do you do with it? Nothing. You throw them free sweatshirts or something. Like, what the hell is that? Why are they giving you money? I will never understand these consumers.
Do you know
what
Kay
the hell
says
is wrong
that
with these
very
people?
thing? Kay
Here's
says
a sound clip for you. You ready? Here we go.
What's wrong with you people?
Now, I should make it clear that Duke does not feel like this. This is Bob, the businessman, or some people call him Businessman Bob. And I'm just letting people know this is my opinion. Duke loves the listeners. He's so grateful, blah, blah, blah. I'm so happy. Yeah, you make my life better. You give me affirmation when I need community, and you help me through the hard times, and you spread the joy during the good times. That's Duke's wah liberal idiot self.
Yeah. Not you.
And I don't know, not me. That's mine. I'm like, fuck the listeners. What's
What
wrong
the
with you
hell
people?
is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
So yeah, I answered Derek's question in a very long-winded way, Stu.
You
That's
did,
right.
You
It
did.
was a good question, and
It's a
you
good
answered
question.
it great.
You did.
That's right.
On that note, we do need to do some shout outs and get the hell
Yeah, I
out
want to
of
give a
here.
shout out to Adam Smith because capitalism is amazing. Oh, sorry, that's not me. Okay, I'll just see my way out. See you later,
Bye,
suckers.
Bob.
Wow, wait. I'm going to
Oh.
shout
Nancy.
out
Oh,
all of the emails
Yes.
because we have loads tonight. So that's Tainted Brain,
Woo,
Mike
thank you.
Post. Oh, so Tainted Brain I did twice. Who knows? Silent Gamer, thanks again for the quiz. We love those. Keep them coming. Antonio Phillips, Jason Gar, and of course, the lovesick Stephen Pemberton. So there you go. We'll.
Yeah, thanks for
do a
writing in,
special
everybody. We love
shout
you.
out. So
Yeah,
there you go.
Mike's written in. I think about 3 times.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. He's a sort
Yeah.
of newish.
Yeah, he wrote in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Cool.
Thank you
Thank
very
you for writing
much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike.
Chinny,
Right,
shout outs.
Chinny, go.
I did have one, but I sort of forgot it. So
Excellent.
excellent stuff.
You can shout out our Speak Pipers.
Shout out to the Speak Pipers. Shout out. Oh yeah, I did have one. I was going to shout out to Andy Cox because Andy sent me a message saying,
Yeah.
remember last week I started the show saying, oh, I think I talk about the baby too much, and he sent me a message saying, oh, I hope I didn't, because he was one of the people that was joking about. I think you mentioned the baby, but by the way, Andy, it wasn't just you; it was fucking everybody that day that was joking about that. And also, I agree with Duke.
It's funny at first, but it can get old very quickly.
I agree with Duke. I don't actually talk about the baby that much, but
if you talk about it at all, then everyone's going to read it
yeah,
as, oh, he's
yeah.
talking about the baby.
Some
again.
some people make up narratives to make themselves entertained. I suppose. so he sent me a very sweet message saying, just to let you know, it was just a joke. I love hearing about your baby. It's
Right.
great. It's one of the greatest things. You can talk about it. Like, it's just a joke, Andy. It's absolutely fine. I understand if it's a joke. No problem.
Yeah.
I will talk about Rosa now and again.
Yeah.
It's fine. No one ever stops me from talking about that lovely, lovely, cute little baby. So that was it. Shout it to Andy.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. I will shout out our Speak Pipers, Jacinta and Saint Diesel. Is that it? I'm getting these names. I have a bad memory, as everyone knows. I was going to shout out a DJ that I listened to, a really cool mix that he made with an awesome Taylor Swift song in it, but I can't. I don't have time. Shakes 19.
Nice.
See what I did there?
Yeah,
you
thanks
wanted
for
to hear
that.
that.
Look, I appreciate
You really
it.
want to hear that?
No, it's fine. I appreciate
Worth
it.
saying. It is, yeah, because it was a good mix. I really did enjoy it, and yeah.
But
so
you can't
anyway,
talk about it.
Stu made a mix. You should check it out. Summer vibes. It's a good mix.
I've
Screw the
been-
time limit. I will talk about the things that are important.
I've been listening to your
Yeah,
mixes.
we have time for this.
I've been listening to your mixes in the car, Stu. You know when we,
Nice.
because on the drive
Yeah,
back
yeah.
up from London, you put your mix on.
Yeah.
And then since that, I had a bit of a snooker practice in. I was working in Warwick, and I listened to your mix while I was doing my snooker practice.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I do appreciate.
that's
Look,
the
I
South
appreciate
Park
anyone who
thing.
gives them a listen. I mean, it's quite weird,
Yeah.
really, because I mainly do them for myself because I like to listen to that sort of music. But
Sure.
if other people listen, that's great
Honestly,
as
some
well.
of the music you picked on,
That's
like,
right.
I would never fucking listen to this.
Are for old people.
But I
Yeah,
I do,
and that's the best thing about a good DJ mix is it brings us new music.
I do it for your numbers, Stu.
Oh, thank you,
know,
mate. I
but-
do appreciate it.
But now and
He just
again,
hits play and then like turns it. You can't hear it.
But now and
it's
again,
playing.
I listen to it. I go, no, don't like this song. Don't like this song. But now and again, I go, oh, I like this one. I like this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you very
electricity
much.
will keep me warm.
I know you like the
Um,
drum and bass mix, didn't you? You like that?
I did like the drum and bass mix. But I must say it's a little weird to be like forcing people to listen to stuff that you made in terms of music.
Meh.
Get it? Because I did that with the startup song.
I know. Yeah.
Ah.
Well.
Right. My shout out is going to be, in addition to the people who did the speak pipes, Shakes19 has become a thing on Discord and showed love for all these video games using this. He posted these panoramas of video game worlds, and I'm like, how the hell did you do that? And he takes several pictures, and then he uses this software to it's seamless. Like I was looking for the seams. In one of them, I saw one little glitchy thing, but like they're amazing. So yeah, thank you for posting those. I am going to check out the software. The way I keep tabs and notes for myself these days is I open a tab on my phone, and then I just never close it. So every time I go to look something up, I have to start a new tab so that I'm getting this reminder, like, don't forget to try that software. Don't forget to try that software. It's a weird way to write notes to yourself, but that's my life.
There you go. And I think
There
that's
you go.
it.
Is
I
that
think
it? We're done?
I think we're done.
Oh, thank God. Thanks for
God.
listening, everybody.
All right, show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
What the hell is wrong with you? Drive a television set and go and do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV, turning up slow moves of
Atris is the guy who's writing the Myst books in the Myst games. So, the joke I made about 2 hours ago about Atris.
Ah, there you go. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
It's a good thing I made a point of saying that, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, I'm going to stop recording.
There you go. Well, I'm going to go to bed because it's late. And I'm glad, I'll be honest, I'm glad I'm off tomorrow. I'm not at work tomorrow. It's a good job.
You're not even at work tomorrow.
I'm
You-
glad I'm off
you
for the
cut us
summer.
off.
No work tomorrow.
Fucking hell.
No work tomorrow.
I got a friend coming in from out of town tomorrow, which will be exciting. What are you going to do instead of working, Stu?
Kay's off, so we might go for a walk somewhere.
Yeah.
Do something. Yeah, Kay's off for the next
Sounds
4
like
weeks. She's
fun.
like you, Duke. She's just chilling.
Oh, I got more than 4 weeks off.
no,
goddamn
no,
it.
well, she has 4 and then she has another 2. So she has another 2 weeks as well.
Well, all
so.
right. I'm glad to hear it.
So
Yeah.
you won't be playing
Everybody
any
deserves
video
leisure
games then,
time.
Stu?
I know, that's the trouble. That's the only issue. I don't say
Pokemon
that
Go,
out
you could
loud,
play while
but-
you're taking
See,
a walk.
you give me shit about not playing any games,
I
but now
know.
Kay's off work. You
I
ain't going to play
know,
shit.
I know, it's a nightmare.
I guess I got to
Nightmare.
spend time with my wife.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah.
It used to be cool, man.
Luckily,
Used to say,
she-
go to hell. I'm playing video games.
She usually gets up later than me, so I tend to get a few hours in the morning before she gets up. But other than that,
There you go.
I can't play all day like
You
I
got to
normally
say to her,
Yeah.
if I don't play this Uncharted game, Chinny will hit me.
do. He will hit me with something hard and blunt.
I don't want to go on the show with nothing to talk about, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
This is research.
It is. Right, I'm gonna go, guys. So have an excellent
right, dude.
evening, and I'll
You
speak
too,
to you
buddy.
next week. Speak to you next week.